straight up.
All right, everybody, we are live. Thank you for hanging out with us this Saturday evening for another live unboxing. World premiere prototype, Crime Syndicate Superwoman. So if you're a big fan of the Crime Syndicate or animated series, mainly, this is the piece you want to check out. I want to thank the panel, obviously, my good friend Marcos Mora in the house, our good buddy FBJ. Thank you for jumping on, FBJ. He was very smart this evening because he paid wife tax yesterday, so he's good for today. So smart man. And, of course, the legendary Lane. Thank you, Lane, for his camera's a little iffy today, so we won't be able to see how attractive he is.
I want to see his beautiful face. Get your camera working, man. Hurry up.
Yeah, we're gonna have to work on that with Mr. Lane.
You guys, if you guys got an extra $300, you can buy me a new camera. I'll take it for free.
So you guys heard we're crowdfunding for Legend Lane's new PC.
Lane, I got the perfect idea. Start an OnlyFans. There we go. Start an OnlyFans.
I unfortunately, I think of all of us in this panel, Freddie's one that probably would have the best chance for the
success. Most likely he will. I agree with that. Let's see. It looks like Stanley's in the house, man. Thanks for jumping in, Stanley. Appreciate you. We'll get to it. There's not too many pieces. I don't know, maybe like about 15 pieces to this. Base is fairly good. Super excited. So we'll see how well it turns out, how well the panel likes the piece. I do want to thank everybody that obviously is on the panel as always. Anybody that jumps in the chat, thank you for jumping in and asking your questions. And also those that will be watching later on the stream. So thank you.
Just for information.
E-Man's in the house.
Yeah. What's up, man?
Not me. Yeah, I know. It's amazing I'm here. I did want to this is just for information for the for an audience, and everybody comes in later on. So when was this Superwoman originally conceived, the project considered and started to be, as far as you know? Like, has this been something since like at the beginning of the year, or last year was really when it's kind of design and everything was started?
I believe it was the beginning of this year, maybe mid this year, I think. I'd have to go back because I think I shared some of the progress of it sometime this year. And now it's finally shipped. This group's usually pumping out things pretty fast, surprisingly. So when they show something, they move quick. They might have put out maybe 3 projects, maybe 4 in a year or something like that. They're fairly quick. Juan Ortega, my boys in the house. Thanks for jumping in, buddy. So usually their stuff's it's fairly quicker, but they don't drop in quality, if that makes sense. It's like I don't know what they're doing or how they're working with the factors and stuff. It could be because they're minimalist pieces. There's not too much going on with their projects, right, Marcos? Marcos has a few of them.
Yep.
The Parasite piece was very simple. Their Bizarro, Ultraman especially, he was very, very simple. So I think these simpler pieces that aren't too dynamic and don't have too many swap outs, I think the factories can knock them out a little bit quicker without losing quality. Mm-hmm. And, as we know, as of lately, just for Stanley, they don't have a big edition size either. They're usually like 20. They will not push more than that. So it's kind of like first come, first serve. And they're like the only group that I could think of or know, unless somebody else knows more than I do about it, that does the Crime Syndicate or, these particular, I would say, not the biggest villains, right?
Yeah.
So I think that's what's very appealing about this group is because you can get villains that you've never seen before.
And they try to finish lines too. That's another thing.
What was that?
like to finish lines. They don't like to give up like midway or.
Yeah. They're really focused on what they want to do in terms of like Superman villains. I know next year they want to start doing Batman villains, and I don't know if they're gonna piggyback all Justice League members and all their villains. But we'll see. We'll see how well they continue to be successful with the projects they're doing. I personally appreciate it. They send me the prototypes. I'll ship them back to them, and it's great to see them firsthand and see how the quality has progressed. We did Brainiac. Brainiac was awesome from what I was told. Based off our opinions and everybody's feedback, they've upgraded the paint on Brainiac. So if you did get Brainiac, you're going to get an updated piece than the prototype.
And I'm willing to bet that could get some demand, especially since Brainiac for the next Superman movie is supposed to be the actual villain of it.
Mm-hmm. So you're right. It would not surprise me if they decided to go all ham on the next Brainiac. So yeah, once that movie's announced, there's a trailer, Winnow Prime 1 and Sideshow and all those guys are going to start pulling out Brainiac statues. Because we don't really have any. We have what Prime 1's Octopus Brainiac. Yeah. And then we have this custom piece that's more traditional, looks like New 52 Brainiac. So it's a great piece to look at, and I love the neon effect when we turn off the light and put the black light to it. Man, it really made those colors pop. So super happy about that. Hopefully I get mine in because I know I have one coming in. So we'll take a look at this Superwoman. So let me grab this base. Let me take it out of the box. The box is a fairly good size. I got it underneath the table here. It just comes in a black foam, so there's nothing really special. There's no art or anything to it. So let me just start chunking away at it. And if you guys have a topic you want to talk about, anybody in the chat that's got any questions, go ahead, type it in. Those that are watching that aren't in the chat, just jump in the chat. Let's have a good time, okay? All right, here we go.
So for Superwoman, I'm actually leaning heavily into trying to get this piece, man. I have my hand in so many pots. I'm trying to figure out how I could pry this away from William. Because I'm a huge fan of the Crime Syndicate, and I do want her. Owlman is my number one. Owlman is my number one. That I want to secure first, but I do want Superwoman and Ultraman. So
look at William there. He's just like boom. He's walking like the Frankenstein monster there, trying to carry that base.
Actually, I was trying to make it look like it's heavy, but it's actually not really.
Oh yeah, I know. I was like, why is he? I'm like, I don't quite buy that because he's walking like he's Frankenstein walking down or walking away from the villagers chasing him.
So I would show the bottom of this, pretty cool, but it has a Grips logo, so I'm not gonna do that.
Oh yeah.
Let me go ahead. Let me get in here so you guys see how good this paint job is on this base.
Ooh.
Let me give it just a little bit more light.
Why is it kind of looks green though in between?
Yeah, so that the green there is supposed to mimic moss, because from what I can tell here, I don't know if you guys can see, there's different colors of brick, like the dirt. There's the grays, the browns, some of the green moss in between. This is supposed to simulate like the Roman, Empire style of brick. I don't know how well the coloring on that. I can't really tell. There's the trim here. It's got the nice brass trim around it. Nothing too special with it, but the color looks good. And then you just kind of have that base. From my angle, I can't tell if the lighting's good or not. So they did not skimp on the base. They put a lot of different tones of color in there, a lot of texture, and with the green in there. I really like the way that looks. Get a little bit closer there. So there's that. Again, I forgot to bring my tape measure, but this turntable is 24-inch diameter, so I'm assuming it's about 18. So the base looks about 18-inch in diameter. I can always get my trusty cell phone and get a measurement.
Come on, don't let Marcos rub off on you, man. You need to get that measuring tape.
I have it somewhere. I keep pulling it off to go use it for something else, and then I forget to bring it back up here. and I have several.
Second time in a row, Will. This is the second time in a row. You're following
I've had that happen to me, and I just ended up just buying another one from Amazon, man. So, but the ironic thing is, the one I keep in here now I can't find it. So
See,
I think it's in my garage.
So it's about 16 inch in diameter. So I was close, 18 to 16 inch. Not too bad. It's the diameter is a little bit bigger than Warlock. That's over here that we checked out last week.
I am still shocked.
Oh, hey everybody, better late than never. Sorry about that.
Oh shoot, Mr. So Much 3D is in the house, man. Thanks for jumping in, Roger. Really appreciate your time, man.
Again, thank you so much for the invite. I probably got about an hour and a half in me for today, but I didn't want to miss it.
Awesome, man. Really appreciate it. Also, Jojo Valdez just jumped in. Thanks, Jojo. Roger, you want me to bring this base back since you jumped in? Let me get in there. I'll
thank you.
A little bit of the coloring. A little bit of trim coloring there for you.
Oh, that's nice. I like the green ambience in there to kind of like add the overgrowth.
Right. Yeah.
The idea of overgrowth. It's kind of cool.
The texture on the bricking for the area, I'm not quite sure. I know it's supposed to be like a memorial for Wonder Woman.
Okay.
So, and it's Roman themed. So there's I know you can tell there's a lot of different shades of colors in there, different browns, the greens, the textures, all that good stuff. But I want
the pegs look pretty shallow. Are those magnet?
I'm not sure. They do look pretty shallow. You're correct about that. I'm not sure if they're magnetized. I know this large one is because you can see the magnet right there.
Yeah, that's it. Cool.
Some of those other ones are magnetized, but I'm not sure about her pegging there.
Gotcha.
I'm still shocked I'm still shocked someone's doing the Crime Syndicate, man. Honestly, it's one of my favorite groups, and that just doesn't seem like something that anybody would do. But
yeah, there's not a lot of representation out there, right?
No, and it's just, it's not even too much love in the it's not too much love in the comics, but they're not showcased a lot, right?
Yeah.
Crime Syndicate. So I get why big companies wouldn't even try to do it, but
it's kind of a niche thing, right? Like it's not something that how many comics would you say they've been in?
At least 4. Actually, I have 2 of them. One is Forever Evil, and I have the Dark Side War, I think it is. So I actually have 2 of them in here, but I think it was in probably maybe more than 4, to be honest. But I could only recount
that's
3.
like a pretty short run, right? Like that's a pretty small run to get representation via real media.
Yeah, but they were on I think television twice. Because they were in definitely was it Crisis?
They were in
Multiple
Crisis
Earths?
Crisis.
Multiple Earths, right?
Man, I do have
something like that. Yeah, 2 words. Yeah, 2 words. 2 words.
Yeah, that's a BBL right there, dude.
That's
that is a straight
nice.
That is that's stallion.
I look good, man.
That's
she works out, man. Stop it.
Come on, man. That's not all brown rice and chicken. Get out of here, dude. That's not it. Get out of here.
She fit, man.
I see workout. That's not just workout.
Yeah, the Crime Syndicate's been around or had all kinds of different versions. The most recent versions of them were like Ultraman, tortured Superman's son John Kent for 8 years in his universe and stuff, and that's why there was an age jump. And then Brian Michael Bendis, of course, got confused who Superwoman is, because Superwoman is, the alternate version of Wonder Woman, but he had Superwoman in his
and Lois Lane.
Most of the time, Wonder Woman though.
As well.
Most of the time.
No, it's Wonder Woman, but I'm saying there was a couple iterations where she's Lois Lane.
Well, I know in his thing he did it as Lois Lane, but it's but this was the version from Dark Side War and Forever Evil version of them.
Yeah.
And,
this specific version of her, it is, like I said, doesn't have a lot of representation in the comic books, right? There's not.
Well, the most recent incarnation of the Crime Syndicate, their most recent reboot-ish time, was Donna Troy as Superwoman.
Okay.
As she was an Ultraman then got his neck broken by Injustice Superman. Because shenanigans.
Yeah.
Shenanigans.
Yeah, you know what's messed up, man, with Superwoman, right? Is that she actually is Ultraman's girlfriend, but she's going behind his back, and she's with Owlman. But the crazy thing is that even though she's with Owlman, Ultraman actually knows that she's with Owlman cheating on him, but he doesn't do anything, which is hilarious. You know, because it's Superwoman, right? What are you gonna do? You know.
Yeah.
Well, the funny, I would say not always. I remember one of the '90s storylines was where they were defeated and stuff and went back to their Earth. But I remember the ending of the story basically was they got kind of close to each other, and then you see just coming from outer space, like out of nowhere,
the beam?
two like
beams. Yeah, I remember.
Come in and like blow
That's
up
crazy. It's like he knows.
Blows up the thing saying stop, don't get near each other anymore.
Yeah, but I mean,
well, they're all corrupt, so like.
Yeah, exactly right. You know, but I think it's hilarious, man.
Yeah, well, in the movie we were talking about, like kind of their first appearance animated wise, in Crisis of Two Earths, that version of Superwoman is actually supposed to be evil Mary Martin. The creators have said that. Yeah, the creators have said that because you see Wonder Woman fight her evil analog.
Her hair looks good.
Is one of them quote made men, like the sub villain.
Yeah, I like the hair is very well sculpted, and I love the hints of blue in there. That light hint of blue.
Yeah,
that looks very, very good.
There's like one block of hair. I hate when companies kind of just have one color for their hair. I like the details of the multiple different shadings.
Yeah.
So I'm not gonna take these foam pieces off. I'm just gonna leave them there for now. Yeah. I mean, it's not mine anyway, so I gotta ship it back. So I'll just leave it there. But from what I'm looking at, I love this portrait. It looks so good. So does the other one that we've seen in the render. So
I like this sculpt, but I'm gonna go with the OG look if I get this.
What is the OG look?
the other sculpt with the ponytail.
Okay, ponytail.
Yeah, that looks nice though.
And she's got a mane on her right there. So you're saying in this universe, Ultraman's getting cheated on?
Yeah, she's together with Ultraman, but she's cheating on him with Owlman.
So he's Simp Man, basically. In that universe, he's Simp Man.
Yeah.
Well, no,
she's
he
more.
Knows, but
I'm saying he's a Simp. He's Simp Man.
Yeah, she's more in love with Owlman. Yeah. Like Edlin.
She's just kind of she's just with like in the animated movie, they're not together. Like there's no hinting that they are.
Well, I just know she's for what you guys are telling me, she's for the streets. That's what you guys are saying.
No, she's Amazonian. You know they don't really. You know what I'm saying? That's not what they do, man. Love is for everybody, man. Love.
The Coliseum, then she's for the Coliseum. There you go.
So
there's
these chains here. I don't know if you guys saw these chains.
Yeah.
They plug into from the emblem on the chest to her armor, I believe.
Oh, that's cool.
So it looks like it's a necklace. It's just not. So let me see if I can get that in there.
For her cape, right? Hold it on.
Yeah, hold on to her cape. Just trying. It looks like it's a little iffy to put in there.
And Stanley, I'm okay with iterations of Superman being evil. I just hate when Superman is evil. Like the normal timeline Superman is evil.
Yeah, because he's not Superman. He's not Superman. They're from Earth 3. They're just
I'm fine with the boys. I'm fine with any iteration like that. I hate when the main universe Superman is a mass murderer. I don't like that. That's just me, maybe.
So you don't like Red Sun? I love Red Sun. It's one of my favorite iterations.
Let me get a closer for you guys so you can see where that chain went. Right there.
That's cool that they didn't make that part of like the actual upper body torso sculpt is separate.
Yeah,
they easily could have merged the sculpt and just painted on that, but I like the separation of it.
That looks nice.
Man, that BBL is sticking out. Let me tell you,
it's crazy. That is crazy.
So, we'll get to that later.
That's a stock in the BBL right there. Will. that's a discount BBL.
I don't know.
Too much, dude.
He said discount.
Texas BBL right there, you know.
Yeah.
He said Texas BBL. Is that what you said?
Southeast, the Southeast, with a bigger woman down here. So.
Well, you can make it Southeast.
I'm just saying, man. It's Southeast Texas.
I got more. I see more Rio Grande Valley in that. Like
Rio Grande, dude. Look, man.
It was there.
Hey, Lane, have you ever read or Roger by Michael Bendis? We were just talking about him. Have you ever read the Powers? This is one of my favorites.
I never read it, but I know a lot of people told me that's when he hit.
Yeah, I know of it, but like I never dove into it. But yeah,
yeah,
dude,
I love Powers, man.
Those guys, man, like between him and what's his name? He did Secret Wars 2. What's his name? And Fantastic Four.
I know who you're talking about.
John Hickman.
Yeah, man. Between him and Hickman, those are like two of like the biggest names in writing, man. Like no matter what they do, it's kind of like you got to stop what you're doing and like see what this is, check out what it's all about.
Yeah,
because they carry that kind of clout.
I would have said it used to be for Hickman, but the last 3 major Marvel projects, he always seems to start. He always quits.
Yeah, didn't
he quit X-Men? He quit Imperial, their latest thing, and he quit Spider Ultimate, the most recent Ultimate Universe. So he's not even right.
Yeah, I'd like to know more about like the behind the scenes as to like why he moved on from it, because it's like obviously he had a roadmap for what he was going to do with Krakoa and stuff, but not to deviate too far from DC and stuff what we're talking about, but yeah, like he had a roadmap set for it. So I'm curious as to like why he left. I don't think it was just because he didn't want to finish it. I think there were some things that went there that happened with Marvel and stuff as far as
I think it was
their timeline was to try to speed it up and expedite it. I think that's what ultimately kind of made it walk away.
Well, I'm willing to Marvel said, okay, we'll do 3 years, but when it was successful initially, Marvel's like, oh no, we got to extend this as long as we can. Marvel just inherently will try and drag stuff as long as it can if they think it's being successful at all. So that probably contradicted with his timeline. That's
Bendis at some point, if I remember correctly, he worked with the DC and with the DCEU, right? Didn't they bring him on as a writer / kind of project manager to help at some point, if I remember correctly?
Possibly, I think so.
I think they had hired him on to help with the. I think that's when they were trying to, I guess, rework things, and they had brought him on to kind of revamp it. If I remember correctly, I think Bendis.
I do want to apologize for that. People, sometimes I walk by and I know it, and I just had to stop. I just want to.
His wife's watching.
When Will knows when you're in the presence of greatness, sometimes you have to take a moment and just.
That is true, Lane. Lane is absolutely right.
Then Seifold said she's a bacchanal beauty. I don't know what that means. Will, do you know?
What?
I don't know. Bacchanal? Bacchanal? I don't know. Maybe I'm too young for this term.
Bacchanal beauty. Bacchanal.
So she's wild, she's wild.
Carnival.
All right. There's for those that don't know, there is a separate torso stand. So I'm gonna bring the stand up here.
That's cool.
Separate torso stand.
Nice. I like that.
I thought it was a Mickey Mouse stand.
Mickey Mouse,
bro.
I
was like, what? The house that Mickey built is on this too?
Yes. The House of Mouse, baby. The House of Mouse.
The House of Mouse.
Sorry, man. You can't unsee it now, right? Look at that.
No, I can't unsee it. I saw it right away. Oh, dude.
That's a good one.
Mish, you gotta do something up with that, bro. You got.
Oh shit. Okay.
Mouse house.
He's got to get copyright strike from Disney.
Yeah.
Fucking hell.
See what you did there.
I can't unsee Mickey having like the ears of boobs now. I just think they're boobs, and then Mickey Mouse that is a fucking boob.
Nah, it ain't that close together, man.
Hey, not all are created equally.
Yeah, there we go. What is this? The Mighty Princess.
Oh, that's
The
for the
Mighty
base.
Mouse.
In Ask.
This. There you go.
Nice.
There you go. I do like the texture and the coloring of the stone on this piece.
Yeah, that's good.
It's
It looks.
really good.
I don't know. I think that gray looks better than the gray on the base for some reason. I think the gray on base is so bright. I don't know.
Well, in person, it's not that bright, Marcos. It could be my lighting. That's why I tried to dim it down a little bit.
Gotcha.
But with the dirt and everything on there, it's
Mhm.
supposed to make it look more realistic, which it does in person. So my lighting is not like 100% the best. So this is this part of the piece is the memorial part of Wonder Woman, where Superwoman kind of destroys it, like she rolls up, breaks it, and I don't know what her problem is, but she doesn't like her, and that's what. So those are the parts I'm gonna pull out right now, and then we'll do the last portrait, bust, and the hands. And if you guys want, I can try to swap it out. It's a little tedious because I got to put the arms out and stuff, but it won't be a big deal if that's what you guys want to see. If you guys don't want the classic like Freddy does, we could do that, and we'll put it on the Mickey Mouse bust over here.
Mouse one out. You got to put something there, bro. We can't have the Mickey Mouse right there. We just gotta put something.
I'll put something there.
Yeah, we got it.
All right. What I'll do is I'll grab the other torso here, and I'll put it so it doesn't look like the Mickey Mouse bust. So this one right here, the emblem on the chest is a little bit smaller, and it doesn't have the chain. It doesn't look like there's anywhere to peg the chain on. So
Like a Lita, like the half human body, and then the torso is all metal.
yeah.
Oh wait. So hold on. What's the difference between this one and the other torso? I'm confused.
This one right here has the emblem on the collar. The other one has a chain that holds the emblem.
Oh, okay. I got it. Okay.
So
I
I'm
see.
just going to put that right there. So that gives you guys a better idea of what the Mickey Mouse bust looks like. There's the bust.
It fits better.
Marcos, eyes up here.
I'm sorry. Yeah, I'm dealing with.
I do like the fact that this piece is simple enough to where it doesn't take too much space, and there's not too many swap outs to where you have to have things in a box. So it works out fairly well with the torso. So I do like the aspect of that.
Yeah, she doesn't need too much for where you need a whole bunch of swap outs for anyway.
Yeah. So here's her shield. At first, it kind of looked like a Captain America shield, but let me get the inside of that for you guys.
That's cool.
And you can't put that on the body, obviously. It's like goes in the base, right? Yeah.
Yeah, it's pegged onto the base like that.
Good details.
Mm-hmm.
Details look really good. So this one goes on the opposite end. There.
Those details are so good, it's almost a shame to put those at the bottom.
Yeah.
Yeah, right. I mean, but it goes.
I'm the same. Even if I create something and I know it's not going to be seen, I'll know that I phoned it in and didn't put the details that were supposed to be there. So you still do it, right?
Right.
Cypher had a question for you, Raj.
That's something I got to talk to Monsieur William about. But when I can't tell you when. As of right now, I've and maybe you can message me stuff that I can share with you. I've had some images of the prototype pieces printed, and the details are there. Like that's all I'll say. Like as much emphasis as I put on a lot of the details, I was curious to see how well they translate, and I kind of increased a lot of the fidelity and some of the contrast to the details to make them pop a little bit more than I probably normally would. And man, like they're all there. Like it looks so good. From every stitch on the It's for Movember, man. We got it's for men's health.
Nice. There we go.
Yeah. Hey, I won't quit my day job, but sometimes you gotta do what you gotta do. But So you got me lost for train of thought there on my other side gig. My side gig, but no, the details are looking really good. I'm really feeling good about how that's going. But I hope to share some images at some point. Maybe on the next stream and stuff, I'll share you guys some images of how that's going.
Is that Wonder Woman?
Yeah.
Sure is.
Okay, sure is. Yeah.
Very nice.
It's Gal. Is that? I mean, it's supposed to be Gal Gadot.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, it looks like it.
Same kind of suit too on the chest.
Yeah. I can't. There's been so many like horrible memes that lampoon her acting and stuff. So every single time I see her, I'm like, Kal-El, no.
Kal-El, no. I would say this though.
Give me the stone, Kal-El.
Honestly, though, she's like kind of like the perfect actress for Wonder Woman. I don't expect great acting from Wonder Woman. You know, she's kind of like a Thor, I guess. You know, she's like the Thor. You know, like
great acting, just look good. That's
fight. We're on the same page. That's really what it is. Yeah, she's hot, but terrible actress. Yeah, basically what it is. And she's in everything too. That's another thing. That's the thing that kind of sucks, is that she's in a lot of shit. I'm like, God damn.
I don't think she's in much now, man. I think it's
I haven't seen her. I haven't seen her in much since like the Red Notice and the what was that shitty? It wasn't a bad movie, but the
whodunit one. I know what you're talking
about. Death on the Nile, right?
Yeah. I think Hollywood is caught on now.
To feel the Nile.
Oh wait, are you talking about Gal Gadot?
Yeah, Gadot.
Right?
Gadot. Well, I mean,
it's something.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. For as bad as some people claim she is, I don't know. That redheaded actress who was in like the Willow Disney Plus series and played that rebel leader person in Solo. That lady and was the leader of the Flag Smashers.
Oh, so fucking bad. She's
but she's not Wonder Woman, man. Like no one even knows her name. Like that.
I know, but I know she's Block of Wood.
Yeah,
she has no soul.
She is a terrible actress.
Wait, are we talking about the girl?
The young girl who was the redhead who was like the rebel
with the freckles and stuff.
Solo. Yeah. She is a fucking block of wood.
She's a
from Ed, and Eddie, Plank has more charisma.
Whoa! Don't talk shit. Plank had some.
Ed and Eddie.
I know, man.
Yeah, Plank has more charisma.
Here's the other portrait.
Ooh, yeah. So that's more that's more the Donna Troy look for her, the more modern, like the last.
Yeah, that's the one I like. Yeah, right. That's the general look.
Although that makes me think that makes me more think of Feora though from Man of Steel and stuff. Actually,
yeah, dude, Feora is so awesome. I hate that we only got one Feora.
She looks like a Republican congresswoman right there with that haircut.
Well, yeah. Well, originally, like in the New 52, instead of having what's her name of the Kryptonian criminals, Ursa, they had Feora in that role in the New 52 Superman when they first brought Zod back.
Yeah,
they had her as instead of Ursa, and then obviously they kind of wrote. In the last reboot, like Rebirth, they brought Ursa back, like to be Zod's wife.
Dude, Feora in the movie was something else.
Yeah, no, she was cool.
Yeah, I love her, man.
That's one thing I thought that. That's one thing I thought that the like the Young Justice series did really well, like having some different spins on stuff. I like the first 2 seasons, and after that, it went off the rails for me.
I'm glad that they did it season 3. Or that was last season, right? 3 or 4. But I'm glad they did the.
They left you on enough of a cliffhanger, never actually got to the major conflict, which is what everybody was waiting for, which was Apocalypse. Yeah, like that is what it was leading up to. But I like how they did some changes, like Ursa here or Superwoman, or Ursa with Zod. She became the Emerald Empress of the Fatal Five.
I love that sculpture.
I actually think I usually prefer her more with the Wonder Woman long hair look. Really? But I actually like this shorter hair, like this more Donna Troy.
And she's depicted like that in the animated series too. I like that. I like that look a lot better.
So that's pretty much all of it. Let me see here real quick.
Come on, Will. Switch the heads for me, man. I want to see it on the body.
I will switch it.
Okay.
Right.
So Roger's a director in that type of business, and Lane's his main actor. So
Yeah.
Well.
So Stanley, there's two busts. Just really depends on which one you prefer. If you like the long hair, the short hair, the classic, it just really depends on what you like. Everything else is pretty much the same. It's just obviously the classic has no cape or chain or the hair down, and this other version has the hair down with the chain and the cape. So it's just really what you prefer. I think most of us can agree that we prefer the classic animated series with the high ponytail.
I do. Yeah.
Right. So do I. So I will switch those up. Like I said, the only challenge is pulling the arms off with the whip on there. I was hoping the whip they used glow in the dark paint, but I don't know if it is or not. I don't think so. Doesn't look like it. So, but that would have been nice if you can, shut the lights and the whip would glow.
Mhm.
But it's not really necessary because nothing else is going to glow on her, right? And it's kind of be weird in the dark, and you just have a glowing whip. There was a suggestion of adding lighting to it, but I don't see how you could light up this whip unless it was clear resin and somehow they put it in the forearm or something. It'd be very challenging engineering-wise for this particular piece. Let me switch it over, and then we'll chat more about the piece and what you guys think it like and don't like. There are only a few things that I am concerned about. Other than that, I think the piece is great. So let me finagle with it a little bit. Hopefully, I don't break nothing.
While he's switching that out, did any of you guys see that new Regal robot bust that went up for pre-order yesterday?
No, I didn't.
Yeah.
I missed it.
The one thing that probably I don't know if anybody asked for, Regal Robot has put out like a $65 bust. It's a top. The evil German Nazi agent from Raiders of the Lost Ark who got his face melted. Yeah, they put out a double-sided face bust of his face melting. So it's the front side. The front side is him like with that screaming face he did, and then you can turn it around and it's with like his face partially melted, showing his skull on the opposite side.
Cool.
And I was just like, it's like a 65 like bust, and I was like, Regal Robot stuff usually pretty expensive, but I looked at that and I was like, okay, that's kind of funny. But I don't know if as funny as that scene is, watching that guy melt at the end of the movie, I don't know a single person who said, I need a bust to go up on my shelf of that, like with that dude's face partially melted off from the special effects. I saw that yesterday and I was like,
that is pretty funny.
Who is that for? Exactly.
There's got to be some extreme enthusiasts that are like our age.
Yeah, I mean, I would just like, if you're going for the beauty standard, the complete opposite, like the complete 180 opposite of this piece. If you need to feel like we got to like cool Freddy down or something a little bit, we can send him pictures of that real quick, and that'll be the cold shower put on, because that thing is horrifying looking.
I always thought it'd be funny if they came up with like an actual candle that when you lit it would melt. It'd be that guy's face,
That'd be good.
That would be funny.
Yeah.
There's always that guy. So who's that made for, Lane? It's made for that one guy that collects all like Indiana Jones stuff. You know who I'm talking about? He's always in the Facebook group sometimes. Like he has a whole room just Indiana Jones shit. It's really cool.
Is that stable there, Will?
I don't know if the magnet is strong enough on this bus with the head on top of it, because I had it on there and it kind of fell back a little, so I'm kind of
just take it off. Don't have to do it.
It's actually touching the table. The cape is actually touching the table, so I'm not worried about it. Yeah, so it won't fall over. I think it's just me trying to place it.
Ooh.
So
famous last words.
I think it's gonna be
bro.
It's gonna be all right.
Break it, you buy it.
That's what crazy glue's for. Let me get some of this wrapping here, and I'll just set it underneath the cake just for peace of mind. Just do that right there. I think it'll be good. All right, so there she is, classic version. of Superwoman. So I'm going to get to one thing I noticed here, and hopefully they can address. I don't know if you guys could tell. I'm going to rotate her.
Careful.
I don't know if you can see that.
The side chick.
Exactly what we're looking at.
How can you miss it?
What exactly do you want us to look at there, Will?
If you guys can't see
the
it,
rope.
William, I can't imagine what on earth you'd want us to be looking at from this angle, William.
Yeah, or why you'd be pulling in tighter even to make sure it.
I mean, is it
more centrified?
It's a nice looking base.
if you guys,
That's what it is. Yeah, it's the base.
Roger, are you for your for Maddie? Are you seeing any perhaps enhancements you might think you might have to do last minute or anything?
So far, no, man. Like so far, everything I've seen has been pretty spot on and translates pretty well to 3D or to 3D printing. That is.
No. I'm just saying there were certain layers of cake that you might be seeing. Just like we might have some slight improvements or enhancements that have to do.
No, she did the work. The lunges are good. She did the stairs. They're fine.
Okay. Just for as you were staring there real quick, I was like, is there any gears going in the brain there?
Yeah, no. Like this is after what's happened here to Supergirl's derriere is clearly aftermarket.
Mike, what's up, man?
It's outside of stairs. It's outside of it's outside of the workouts.
This one's for probably Lane and Roger. If you guys know, just to answer that question.
It's Elseworlds.
Yeah.
The Dark Knight's always been kind of, but before Elseworlds kind of existed.
Yeah. It's like this parallel story, this like standalone story thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I mean, obviously it's influenced, like it's more the ideas and everything like that of that story has influenced Batman over the last like 30
I like a lot of it, but I gotta say it inspired BVS, and I just can't. I would always hate that.
Well, you mean movie?
Yeah.
Like, I mean, I wouldn't even say that. I think everything cinematically based on Batman has been influenced by what
that in year one. That and Batman Year One. Those are probably the two things. And Frank Miller did both of them. Has influenced Batman's general direction.
Yeah,
for years. It's
for sure.
Like, can we? What is the opposite end of Adam West Batman that we can possibly come up with?
Like, what did that Daredevil guy do? Let's get it in Batman real quick, and that's what they did. So.
Yeah, I really like. Just this is for that character that is a really nice setup that was done for Superwoman. Like, I don't think you do better.
Since you guys can't tell. And probably it's a good thing that you guys can't tell in person. I can't. It's the only thing that really is kind of giving me a lower score, which is my score is still high for this, but a little bit lower is she has a bit of a lean that's worrying me. Now, I don't know if it's
back or forward.
She's leaning forward, so I don't know if she's top heavy or it's supposed to offset the cape.
It's not top heavy.
I'm about to say, I'm surprised that it's top heavy, man. I thought
it's not top heavy.
She's a little top heavy. But what I'm saying is, I don't know. You guys take a look at it again there. But I don't know.
Like the good man Drewski said, if it ain't snowing, I ain't going, baby.
I mean, I could understand that maybe they might have it lean because of the
so much
because to compensate for the the extra.
I'm thinking it's not what you're thinking. I'm thinking it's the cape and the other portrait.
Yeah.
So I'm thinking it's kind of compensating for it. It doesn't look bad. I just see the lean, and personally, I got a little peeve about statues having too much lean. That's why I questioned JC about his Martian Manhunter. When you look at that image, he's got crazy lean forward. Other than that, the only other thing I would say that kind of is just it's small pet peeve is the transition from the forehead to the hair on this particular portrait, the longer portrait.
That was my next critique.
So it's very clean cut, and I think when anybody's sculpting anything like that, now obviously I'm not a professional, Roger is, but you always kind of want to have a highlight.
Straight hair, strands. Yeah.
Right. Just transition towards it.
I noticed that on the back of the neck too of this portrait too. It's a very clean, fine circular line. Yeah.
At least if they had a couple lines down the edges. You know how sometimes it makes a little.
Yeah. No hairline is that perfect unless it's edged up and nice.
Right,
so
right.
It's not edged up.
So, I mean, other than that, just that lean and these particular small things that we're seeing with this piece, it's a great piece. And I do get the whole it's a Mickey Mouse bust when you don't have everything. It threw me off the first two when I saw the first images. I'm like, what the hell? So, but I absolutely love everything about it, even the concept. I like the fact that she's over here. She destroyed Wonder Woman's
Snyderverse. Yeah,
She's a hater.
Yeah, so whoever decided to do this particular, they didn't like the Snyderverse, just like
they hate this. It is. I feel like it's really personal towards Gal Gadot, right? Like we could have done Superwoman or Wonder Woman any other way, but we chose specifically Gal Gadot. Like,
yes, so I mean, sort of. It could be like her half sister's not identical, but the sculpt's really damn good. So whoever sculpted this Gal Gadot portrait did a really good job. I mean, you could tell.
Yeah.
So it's really great. The paint lineage is really good. The skin tone is excellent. I can see several different colors in the shading. There's a little pinks, a little bit of yellows in there. Skin tone colors is good. Everything is just, and the portrait, the way they painted the portrait is so well done, and it matches the body very well. So I'm very happy with that. The leather looks fantastic. I don't know how well I could get it on the image there on my camera, but from what I'm looking here, it's really good. It just really looks like real leather when you get close, and it's got all the little crinkles and all the lines for it. And the hair is fantastic. I love how they highlighted. They put the light blue highlights in there. They didn't overdo it with the black, so it's not just a solid muddy black. So I love how they did that transition. And we talked about the base earlier. I like this worn out, kind of dirty with some moss growing on it. I love that look. To me, my score for this particular piece, based off what I'm seeing, even the whip is fine. It's very hard to make a whip with barbed wire that's thin enough. So I think this is okay. It's not like, I mean, maybe if they made it out of real string or some type of metal, some thin metal or something, I don't know. I'm pretty sure there's other ways of making something like that. Lane, like your Harley Quinn with the chains, I think if they would whip similar to like the way those chains were made, it would have been better. So I'm going to give this piece a 9.5, and I'm only giving it a 9.5 only because I see some tidbits of meat. It's just me personally. I don't have any form of connection with the character itself. I know it's a Lois Lane version of Wonder Woman, from what I'm told. And yeah, and I love this, the whole ponytail. I think they should have just put a stripper pole down the middle here. I think it would have made it a better concept. But other than that, I think it's great. It's a 9.5 for me. I'm so glad. So thank you to the person that sent me this so I can review it. It's a freaking awesome piece. Let's go, Lane. Let's go Marcos, since he's above you on the screen. Marcos, your opinion about this particular piece?
Same with you. I'm not a big fan of this. I just haven't done the reading on this. I've seen the movie, obviously, the animated movie, so I know from that. I think Batman poisoned her, if I remember correctly, or something like that. Smoke, I don't know. The only issue I have, like the red on the base, it makes it like seem more like like ancient Chinese rather than Greek. I don't know. Maybe that's just me.
I think it's my image because when I look at the screen, it looks red, but it's actually a bronze.
Oh, okay, if it's bronze, that's fine. It looks red, doesn't it, Roger?
Yeah, it looks like bright red.
It looks.
Yeah, I think it's just the screen and my lighting, but up close, it's a bronze. Yeah, it's a bronze. Yeah, it doesn't make sense.
You must be Casper White then.
Yeah,
I am.
You're fucking pale, bro. You're a ghost.
Whoa.
Pog booty. You want to see another pog? But for me, I have no real connection to this character. I think it looks good though. The lean, I think that's maybe just the prototype issue. I bet you it gets fixed, obviously, during when they're making the batches. Honestly, like you said, the Gal Gadot fucking portrait in the back looks pretty damn good. Honestly, I like the marble cement type thing. They did that really well. I'm with Freddie. I like to be contrarian usually, but I do think this portrait is a lot better than the other one. the Mickey Mouse Clubhouse to the left of it, though, threw us all off. And then we're about to see what really threw us off. We stop it right when it gets there. I'm playing. But yeah, I actually got to go to the bathroom real quick. I'll be back in 3 minutes.
We'll be here.
I'll be back in 3 minutes. But I'll give it, speaking of 3, I'll give it a 9.3. Oh, my God. Okay, Commissioner, you got to tone it down a little bit, maybe. Tone it down. This thing, that's
this is perfect.
That is Meg. Is she that stacked in the comics? Like, let's be honest here.
I think
Amazonian woman or stacked.
Okay, they're stacked.
Unless you're Gal Gadot.
Look, they're stacked, but that's something else. That's monster.
Have you seen a real Amazonian? Then you'd know.
I mean,
that's Frank Cho effect there, man.
Yeah, I want her to choke me with those leather boots right now. That's what I want right now, So maybe it's working. Maybe the statue is working.
I think Marcos just wishes that he was Owlman. That's all.
I don't know, dude. From this angle, it looks like she's wearing Spanx, man. Like,
I don't wish I was Owlman. I wish I
am feeling some of the Black Queen feel there.
It is leaning pretty hard though. Well, I can see it.
Yeah, it does.
It has a rod in the feet though, right? There's a rod, right?
Yeah. So on the left leg, there's a rod. I'm not sure how far it transitions upwards, but there is one on this leg. That one just pegs it. It's in there pretty tight. There's no wobble to it or anything, so it seems to look good to me.
She's doing that Michael Jackson lean, you know what I'm saying?
She's got that lean going on.
Smooth criminal right there.
Yeah, smooth criminal.
Oh, you get it? She's the criminal too. Oh my God.
But overall, 9.3 for me. I think it's a good prototype. Some things need to be fixed up, I think. But overall, good stature. I have no, love for this IP, but it's not. I don't hate it. I just don't know about it. So,
sure.
Freddie and Roger can get way better.
Lane, your opinion on this piece?
Well, I actually really like the base, and I like the statue pieces and stuff that attach to it. Help give it, some flair and stuff. And of course, anytime they include a bust or something like that, where you can do the alternate head sculpts, that's, whether it was custom, help it encourage, the actually licensed companies or vice versa or whatever. That is a trend that I like to see. This one, I like that. Also, it, like you kind of mentioned, it doesn't come with too many switch outs and stuff. I like a couple, but that where you can keep them, not having to keep them all boxed up, because that's never fun. The actual lasso / barbed wire lasso, I'm kind of okay. Something for me, the yellows on that make it look too much like a bandana. The yellows seem maybe a little too thick. The actual sculpt of the body, all that stuff, I think looks really good. The base I actually really like. I actually kind of like the grays and stuff and combinations they use for showing the base supposed to be like, rock, better than I think I've seen on some Prime One pieces. But like that Gandalf you did not too long ago, there was the one not with the Balrog. But I'd probably give this one probably a 9 out of 10.
Oh,
I think they did an overall good job in giving you different enough looks to the character and everything that where you could want to like switch the head sculpts out every once in a while.
Correct. Freddie?
I am angry she came to the Snyderverse and busted up Gal Gadot. She's that evil.
Yeah,
I am upset.
Gal Gadot's last word were, Khaled, no. And then
I am upset. Out of all the Earths that she could have went to, she went to Earth Prime, saw Gal as Wonder Woman and said, oh, heck no, and busted her up. For that, I give her a 5 because I'm pissed.
Now you sound like Marcos.
Now we're getting into real reviews. Okay, we're getting real reviews. Okay.
Yeah. I'm joking with the 5. I'm joking with the 5. But it's just sad because Gal Gadot's time is past and gone, and I liked her. I give it a 9. So unlike some of these guys, I'm a huge fan of the Crime Syndicate. Like I've spoken to Will about this like many times in the past. And again, I'm actually in talks right now to see if I can get all the Trinity or whatever. I really do want the Trinity for the Crime Syndicate. I'm a huge fan. I've always been. I have a couple of the comics and stuff. I think I've read almost everything that they've been in and seen it on the stuff. But I do like that. So with the two different looks, as far as this is trivial, but because I'm a huge fan. So when she has her hair out, right, which is in the comics mostly, that version of her is Mary Batson, right, is what they call her. And when she has the ponytail, that one was only really done, I think, twice. And that look is from the Crisis on 2 Earths. I don't know why I always get multiple Earths and 2 Earths confused.
Yeah, I think it was 2 Earths, but I think multiple Earths also. I think they're Infinite Earth. Crisis on Infinite
Earths. Yeah. So the 2 Earths, that look, which is my favorite one, is when I first seen her on the animated series. That's the look that she has the ponytail. That one, she's known as Mary on that one. Lois Lane.
Right.
Lois Lane on that one, I believe. And I do like that you get the two different looks on it, and I think that's pretty cool. There's a couple of iterations of the outfits that they could have went, but that outfit, that suit, is it looks more tied towards the animated, in the animated one, which I love, by the way, and I think it's cool, and just because we get those two different version looks again instead of just one, I give it like a higher grade, because I would have given it 8.5, but the extra sculpt, I knocked it up to a 9. I do like it overall. I actually, as much as I joked on it, I kind of do like the Gal Gadot kind of look with the Stoke. I think it's funny. So I do like the base, and it's very simple overall, but it works. For what it is, no light ups, no glow in the dark. I don't think she's a character where it's like you need much of anything. Honestly, it's just give me the look. You gave me the 2 versions of the hair, the head sculpt. You gave me an outfit. The cape is fine because her cape is generally short. To me, I think it works. Like, this is a piece. You don't need anything intricate. Just give me a nice suit. Her body's looking correct. That's all I can ask for. Unlike some people who are hating. You know what I'm saying? And I'm good. So I give it a 9. I like it.
Nice. Thanks for your opinion on there. Yeah, she's good. Now, the meat and potatoes, as we like to say, right, Roger?
Yeah, sure.
So, what do you think, Roger? Especially with your sculpting background, was there anything you would like to see changed? Is there anything that needs to be changed? I know you also have like an art concept kind of imagination as well, so that goes with your work.
I'm not gonna like. First off, just as a fan of art and fan of characters, I like the fact that this character is represented in 3D media, actually printed piece. Like, there's nothing else out there. I don't see any other pieces that really give this line love or give these characters love. I'm always going to be a fan of someone who takes a risk or takes a gamble on making something that doesn't get a lot of representation or tends to compete with the oversaturated market of the consistent characters we see all the time. So I'm a big fan. I appreciate putting the effort and putting the actually paying and actually putting the production effort into making something like that, because that's risky, and it's also it says it shows when someone has conviction for what they're doing. So I'm a fan of that. So going out of your way to give the Crime Syndicate some love, that's badass. From like a creative standpoint, there's only a few things I think, me personally, this is only just my opinion, that I think I would have done, or at least instinctively I would have done differently. As good as it's not a big base. I think I would still tighten it a little bit, only because I'm always trying to refine or shrink the footprint of my statues. I think I could easily probably take 1.5 inches in diameter off of the base, the circumference a little bit, probably tighten it up a bit, because all I'm thinking about now is what pieces would I put next to it, or like what would if I did make the other pieces as well too, how close in proximity could I put them to this? So I like the idea of sometimes tightening up bases, or at least keep it a little bit more contained. With the having the column, the broken column there, so pieces like that, I probably would have moved them in or tightened them up a little bit, maybe broken it down a little bit more, to try to make sure it adds good value and stuff. It doesn't just maybe take up too much space and feel random back there just sitting there.
Yeah,
Just
so you know, this is, sorry to interrupt. This is her dress. So this is her body that usually stands here, and then she's here with her her thing. So it's not like it's not a column. It's.
I was referring to the actual base over there. That part's over there. I think I would have moved it a little bit more.
Right now that you say that, I'm kind of thinking the way you're thinking. I probably would have moved her maybe 2 inches closer to the edge, and then condensed.
Maybe move her a little bit forward, and maybe have like she's in the middle. It's cool, but maybe move her a little bit forward, just so you have a little more room in the back, or to tighten things up just a little bit. I know it's a nitpick, but that's the only one. That's one thing I would have done. I definitely would have addressed, like, not that there's anything wrong with it. To each their own. Everybody can like what they like. I am getting some Cardi B vibes from the from what she's carrying, her extra load of baggage she's carrying. I think I probably would have brought it up a little bit more, maybe tightened it. Like I said,
the front of the back, the front of the back,
the back,
the back. Okay. Yeah, the back. I think I would have. It is hanging a little low. That's the one thing. It's hanging. Again, we're talking preferences. We're talking like what we think of, right? So yeah, I would probably just bring that up a little bit. The lean is a little concerning that you noticed that, but again, you brought the compensation perhaps for the cape and all that. That's cool. The other thing that that has nothing to do with the sculpt. Yeah. I mean, it's all preference, right? But we all saw it. It was like the elephant in the room, the elephant in the back that we all saw. Like maybe it was the first thing we saw. So especially like from this angle,
I see it.
There's some injections there. There's some injections. To say it, she's got some injections.
Some injections.
So
I see it.
I've seen how it's done. I see what they do, and it looks like that. Yeah, like Kim Kardashian did that one cover where it was out there, and I'm telling you, it was a lot like that. So anyway, I think the only thing I would probably address is the paint application. I think the solid black paint application across like the body, I think it feels, I don't know, just a little uninspired and just flat polished black across the whole thing. I know it's leather, but there's other ways we've seen leather, or we've seen leather like that get painted in ways that gives us a little bit more variety as far as colors. Maybe having it more of a lighter gray in certain areas that have more ambient occlusion, or areas that are hit more by light, just for a little bit of variation. The other thing too, the hair thing, I do, like you brought it up, I think I still in the sculpt would have liked to have created some separation as far as individual strands, just so it's not a flat hairline. Like it's not just a black straight hairline perfectly edged up. That, and on the back of the neck, like, these are nitpicky things. This doesn't by any means take away from the overall, I think, value and how good like the statue is. It's just nitpicks that I would say, because we look at this shit all the time. We look at statues, we see stuff all the time. So it's easy to compare everything to everything. So we see some really cool stuff. Like when I see customs get made that have really awesome paint applications that make you go, damn. Like you see there's a couple of names out there of people that really put in the extra effort of making the skin textures look extra deep and have like really good subsurfacing on them, where you've got like speckled paint, you've got blue subsurfacing, red subsurfacing to kind of give us a really lifelike skin texture. I see that probably could have been done on this, especially on the skin, to make her skin look even better. Again, like, I don't know who painted it. Maybe like everybody has their skill set, that has their best attributes on what they do, and maybe adding a little bit more. What's up? Maybe adding a little bit more attention to the skin. I don't know. That's just I'm spoiled, because like I said, I sit here and I'm looking at it, whether it's Facebook, Instagram, and I see all these really badass paint applications done to custom pieces, because I feel like custom pieces that we're seeing like this is where guys can really shine. Like that we're seeing stuff that the major studios aren't doing, because either, for one, it takes too much time to do it to 1,500 pieces, or it's like, you're starting to question exactly, like, aside from the prototype, how many people are actually working on each individual piece. When you got these low editions, I feel like that's like a really great opportunity to put your best foot forward and really shine and make 20, 30, whatever it is, 40 pieces really badass and really make them stand out from those other pieces in those other major studios. So that's where my critique comes from. It comes from the fact that, like I said, I'm seeing a lot of really cool stuff, so I want to see that on other pieces. Stone looks cool, base looks cool. That's all I got. I would give it an 8.5. I'll give it 8.5. Just as I want to be different.
Hater. I'm playing.
Yeah.
Really, the most diabolical hater in the room, dude? Seriously? Get out of here.
Roger, to piggyback what you said, for people out there to really understand how the factory thing works with this, is you can have your master painter do everything you just suggested right now, but the painters on the line don't have the skill set to match it, right? So you can have a prototype that's the best in the world, but your line workers, they might only get like 95% of what the master painter did. So
that's the QA, that quality assurance, right?
That's quality, exactly. And that's why, but
one more thing too, I want to give respect to, like, the sculpt of the hair. I saw early images of this on the internet that had like it as a gray ZBrush model. I'll admit, I thought the hair could have used a little bit more fidelity or a little bit more detail. The actual sculpted flow of the hair, the bangs and all that. Seeing it now printed out with the blue hues and the blue highlights, I think it looks a lot better. And I really give mad props to being able to make a piece that has open areas in the hair of the sculpt. Like, you see that right there in the ponytail, we actually have open concave areas where the sculpt splits and connects. Doing stuff like that and printing it and getting it not just printed, but getting it molded and getting that polished and stuff, all that takes a lot of effort, and it's super difficult to get into all those little nooks and crannies to really make it look like a polished piece. So I give mad props to the effort of production, especially when it comes to making wild flowy hair like that.
Yeah, you got a great point with that. I'm also surprised that they were able to transition everything like that and make it look.
Yeah, they normally tell you that's like this is an area that could be problematic, just because, like I said, the finer, the smaller the pieces you get, and the more pieces get tucked in or lower, and you have all these little crevices and concave areas, that stuff gets difficult to print and then separate, get in there, sand it, and then, like I said, also make a mold of it too for production. That stuff's I've found out about a lot of this stuff just over the last few years, just my own personal experience and diving into the how-tos and how to make a lot of this stuff.
Just want to get a little closer. There was a request, so I'm going to get closer here.
Yeah.
I remember in the render, the rope right there, the lasso, whatever you want to call that. I don't know what she calls it, but her lasso was like glowing. Yeah, it looked really cool in the render, but obviously I know he couldn't do that, with the real statue. Maybe he could. I don't know how he could do it, but it would be very tough. But it looked really cool when it was glowing, like that kind of goldish yellow. So
that would have been cool.
Yeah, it would be cool. Like it looked like a lightsaber, So, but
I think I would have done a little bit of shading on the inside of the yellow of the cape.
Yeah,
a little bit of shading, because right now it's a flat yellow.
That thing, bro.
Oh, Roger, I can't unsee it now. The BBL. Jeez, man.
Yeah, dude, look at it.
Yeah,
look at it.
It's not if you go to the side, you can right there you can see the curvature of the BBL.
Like, dude, I'm all about cake.
Yeah.
Look, I'm all about cake.
It's okay if you use BBL for reference, but that is what that is.
Yeah, it's not a firm booty. It's a BBL booty.
It's a BBL.
I will admit, Marcos, when I am wrong. I admit when I'm wrong.
You're already doing more than Marcos does.
So, yeah, there you go.
You're already doing more than Marcos can ever possibly do. That's
that
great.
is not a firm booty.
I will tell you this: it doesn't have a BBL smell.
Oh, walk it off, Cardi. Walk it off.
Why not take it? Yeah.
Cardi B was the universe, like the next James Gunn's. What's her name? Superwoman. That'll be the most annoying.
We need a new Superwoman in a James Gunn trilogy, and it'll be Cardi B.
Yeah, the Cardi B. I'm from New York.
She just had a kid like yesterday, so she should be fine and ready to go in like in a little bit, a few months.
All you sad ass bitches. How she talks on that.
Can you how? How's that go? Like Marcus?
You got it once. You got it once on me. That's all you got. That's all you got.
But I do want to. I do appreciate all you guys' opinions on this piece. I know that the people behind it will be watching, and they could potentially make the adjustments. It's still early. This is just a prototype, and this is what this is for, right? For us to look at it, critique it, give it our rating, give it our opinion. And what you said, Roger, does make a lot of sense. To me, what really makes this piece is the hair. I love the way they did the hair and the paint and everything. So I think it really out of the park. Because it's the prototype already, there's no way to change the Cardi B BBL to a J-Lo. So it's going to be that way. So hopefully the people that have put in a request for this piece are okay with what it is. To me, honestly, it's not really bothering me at all because if I were to display it, the BBL is going to be towards the back anyway. So it's.
You wouldn't put a mirror behind it just to make sure everybody sees.
Make sure it doesn't sag later on.
Think about it. Dude, like, really, that's another courageous thing too. How much BBL is there in the statue market? There really isn't. Like that's even like more courageous than I'm just kidding. Look, whoever made this, mad props for you making it. This is the opinion of a bunch of knuckleheads and shenanigans and stuff. Okay, like take nothing but a grain of salt from some of the things you said. My critique is purely from my opinion and just like my experience working on stuff. That's all it is. But like you did a badass piece. And getting this made firsthand is already a triumph and a victory.
I'm glad it's getting done, man.
Everybody's opinion, but my opinion is the fact.
Here we go. I knew it. I knew he couldn't wait to get his last word in all its bullshit. Like it's always the last thing. Exclamation mark of nonsense.
He's drinking his Mai Tai and getting drunk.
Yeah, he's got it. Yeah.
You know what? Here's what I think. I think this is the first time ever in history, I'm going to say I agree with Marcos because, Roger, you gave a lower score. So, Marcos, I'm going to agree with you on this one. Okay?
It's 0.5. I did 0.5. Come on, man.
It's a 0.5. So, I did receive a message earlier from this group. They will be sending me Owlman. I don't know if it's going to be the black or the version. So I personally like the black version, but I've seen some updated pictures of the coloring on the blue, and man, that blue it's kind of like my shirt. It kind of pops out pretty good. Might be a little darker. Really good, and I should be getting Mongrel in as well to do a review. It's not the prototype of Mongrel, but I guess there was one more piece available, so they're just going to send it to me. So very excited for that. I was told the box is very big for Mongrel. So we'll see what happens there. Cool. Next week I will be getting a custom Havoc in. I know a lot of you people have seen it. It's probably one of the best ones in the market. It's not a classic Havoc, and it was professionally painted because these only came in kits. So shout out to my boy that sent me this piece. So super excited for that. So my question for the panel, since we've already reviewed this prototype, we gave our opinions on it. I have one more statue to unbox. It's actually underneath this table. Do you guys want to continue the shenanigans, or do you want me to unbox this next piece? It's very small. Won't take too long, really.
Unbox.
You guys want to do that?
What's in the box?
I'm pro shenanigans. I don't know.
Unbox, man. What do you mean?
Unfortunately, this piece does not have a BBL, but it is a female piece. I'll bring the art box. Let me put Superwoman over there where I have some empty space for her.
There it says unbox.
Frisco, I'll do it. I wasn't quite sure if I'd save it for next week, but I do have pretty much 3 statues I haven't unboxed yet, and a 4th one coming in, and some other stuff going on. But Let me move this over, and we'll start the next one.
I am so thankful that there's a group out there that's dedicating to this Superman Rogues line, because I'm a huge DC Superman fan, and I get angry. Marcos too, right? It just like they just do the same rogues over and over, the same 3 or 4 rogues over and over again. And first of all, Brainiac. I know there's like maybe 2 out there in the licensed universe somewhere. Why is Brainiac not being done more often?
Do you realize how much more Brainiac we're going to get like in the next 2 or 3 years?
I know.
We're gonna get a shitload of Brainiac in the next 2 or 3 years.
But I'm grateful for it, because even with James Gunn, as much as Marcos is hating on James Gunn, right?
I love James Gunn.
No, I know. When he announced Brainiac, I said about time. I said finally, and now, like you're saying, Roger, we're gonna get some Brainiac. I mean, it's gonna be a lot out there, but finally, thank goodness, we can get some Brainiac now.
So
agreed.
I wonder why we're in transition here. I need to hear the Brainiac's fine, but I need to hear what FBJ is thinking of that Deck and Thea Hot Toys figure that was revealed.
The detail looks good. What'd you think?
Because with men like Marcos and stuff trying to pull my man FBJ completely out of the 1/6 scale area where he's not allowed to leave.
He's allowed to leave.
No.
Yes, he is. Look, I tried
it. That is a lot bigger box for something you were saying was.
Yeah. Seriously.
Yeah.
That's not small. There, sir.
Yeah, it's big.
I mean,
base big.
The only issue with this is this box never closed properly, and I don't have the shipper, so I'd have to make a shipper box because I am going to sell her because she just doesn't go with my lineup. But let me flip it so you guys have an idea what I'm talking about. For those of you that collect customs, you'll know.
Oh, I see this one. Yeah, the goth one.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah. What? Walton said, "Boo! Superman is a bitch." Okay. I just caught that.
Snyder's one is that's about it, So.
All right, let's open this one up. Let's get it going. Yeah, it's. I know I said it's only a few pieces. It's pretty much the cape body. There was. I don't think you guys will be able to.
I remember a time when that was all it was. It was just 3 pieces tops.
This one has a little bit more, I'd say. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 pieces. I'm gonna just bring the base out here real quick. Obviously, if I can get it out of the goddamn box. Oh shoot, it's kind of stuck in there. Yep.
Well, that's that. Back to shenanigans.
Ooh, this one's in there good. There we go. All right.
Marcos, what do you have coming in? Was it Brainiac?
I have Brainiac. I have Mongrel. I have to pay the payment on that. That one's coming in.
Man, I'm jealous, man.
I have a Deadpool, the 1/4 Iron Studios piece coming in, the movie. What else? I have too much. I don't want to think about it.
And Mongols and Brainiac.
I have too much. I don't like looking at my pre-order list.
Me neither, man.
It's
30 to 50, man. That's 50. That's a.
50, this is
that's cool.
Let me lower that lighting there is a bit light. So yeah. So base is not too heavy, but I do like it. Let me know if I need to make it brighter. I think the lighting's good, but she's got her emblem there in the front. I do like the way the base is made with the skulls. The painting on the skulls is pretty decent. I think it could use a little bit more work. But I do like the jagged, sharp edges on the base. Do I need to lighten this up, or is that good?
It's a little blurry, man. It's super blurry. Like I can see reflection in the back of it.
Once I get closer, it'll blur itself.
I think your dial-up is working well.
Is my internet going bad? Let me know. I'll switch it over.
Your frame rate's definitely.
Yeah, your frame rate. That's one thing I should say.
I mean, it's a little bit like it's a little Spider-Verse-y right now.
Yeah.
Let me switch over my Wi-Fi. You guys keep chatting, and then once I come back, then we'll be good. Let me see if that will work.
The more I see Superwoman on that shelf, the more I want it.
Yeah, let's go to lighting, right? Do that lighting.
Yeah.
Freddie, how many
I got-
pieces do you have on pre-order you want right now?
Man, don't even
mean,
get me started, man.
Okay, so that's why I'm just gonna try and help you hit the pause button there.
And Christmas coming up, man. The kids want
Yeah,
gifts.
I know. That's why I'm just like, you're gonna, and you don't know what else, but you still haven't ordered that Superman on Throne yet, have you?
No, that one's gonna have to be paused until probably next year, spring.
Wow. It's like that.
Yeah, because Will said don't think about anything else until Darkseid is paid off. So I told him, all right.
Yeah, don't be doing like Marcos and having a bunch of things on PO and you can't pay things off. And
So-
Whoa.
Well, wow, Marcos just
Wow.
got feet fried there.
Under the bus you go, buddy.
You guys in chat, you've been missing out like sometimes in a group chat on Facebook sometimes with Freddie and Will as they barbecue Marcos's feet.
No,
On a
I
regular
barbecue and
basis.
then there's a difference. So
No.
yes.
Whoa.
But I would probably
Just
say
well.
if it's supposed to be you striking back, you're down three times to one.
So
All right, Roger, what do you think?
That's no cake. That's no cake.
Yeah, Roger must just be like these guys seem to just focus on certain things here.
His analytical mind is
What are your 6 degrees of
we
booty
established
lift?
that a long time. As soon as after the first stream, I was like, all right, know my audience.
Yeah. If you're gonna give your, more sculptor size analysis, on specifically what of the sculpting.
Let's talk about the things that really matter, apparently.
Yeah. Well, I mean, you seem to, for like Maddie, you seem to take that in mind already to make sure because.
Yeah, I would know what I was getting into. Like, if you're going to specifically like focus on characters that are already meant to be very alluring, and very attractive and stuff and sexy, then obviously the scrutiny comes with it, right? Like, we're going to scrutinize the overall aesthetic of it, so it comes with the territory.
And Will doesn't discriminate because last week he showed us Adam's Warlock stuff as well. So
yeah. Well, we got one behind it. The one that I went. I just noticed. I don't know. I hadn't noticed it before, but maybe my least liked Adam Warlock thing I've ever seen.
Damn, that's right. That's right. Oh, that's right. I remember last week. You went off on that one. You were like, you know what? I hate this, and I never want to see it again for the rest of my life.
I did not like that one. I just noticed kind of like I'm like, wait a minute. That's
okay. You may not like
eyesore.
something. You may not like something like pineapple on pizza, but you hated that statue, man. Like that was a. It's deeper than just the statue itself. It's the idea, the concept of that character.
Are those crevices right there, Will, in the side of the
That
cape?
looks cool.
What is that?
Are those butt crevices in the cape right there?
I would assume those are cheeks. Yeah.
Yes, Marcos.
They got to go somewhere, man.
Yeah.
Okay, now I'm just trying to figure out how to set this one up.
Don't you break that shit.
Yeah, it's already paid off. So I'm not too worried about it.
Oh my god.
Yeah. So I know nothing of this character. Stanley wants to know why is she a dark version as well. So would I.
Yeah, same. It's familiar with like Marvel and stuff. I don't know about this. Maybe it's just a one-off. Who knows?
Yeah, I don't know too much about it either. To be honest with you guys.
Let's just look it up. We got the Googles.
Let's look it up. Google it.
Yeah. But whoever wants it, I'm glad somebody's doing it.
Yeah, seriously. Again, representation of stuff that's like either niche or just more obscure than the normal stuff we're seeing all the time from the major studios.
So this is a little bit interesting because this cape's supposed to sit here. But okay, here we go. Now I see what I'm doing wrong.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. There she is. Yeah, there is
Yeah. No, okay, I like that with the background, with the base there. Oof, that looks good.
I like this.
It's yeah. If Freddie, did you see that Staff Sergeant Barnes figure?
I did. Did you get it? Did you get it?
No. Just randomly, guys, for like Damn Toys, who's a 6 scale producer, they're a lower tier, overall lower quality, but they just put out a figure for Tom Berenger's character from Platoon.
Yeah, I saw that.
That's Sergeant Barnes. I
The
saw
face.
it go, it's dead on. Like,
Yeah.
it's very good. There's no
The
way
face
it's gonna look
is
the
so good.
finals. There's no way the finals gonna look like that.
No,
It
never does.
comes out like that.
No.
But I was left going, just not very often do I go, why? Like, just like to put him out there like with no other Platoon figures.
We're talking
anything,
like 40 years after the movie came out with her, right? It's like the movie came out in what, 86 maybe, something like that. Like
Johnny Depp was like
he was a child. It was like before he did anything. It was like one of his first movies, right? Like he was well, it was after
and Charlie Sheen. Like they don't have a Charlie Sheen figure or even William Dafoe, who was like
as long as they get a
iconic character probably
getting shot 800 times and stuff like that on his knees with his hands up. I'll do that. I'll get that. That's a great. Yeah, that's a great shot.
I mean, don't get me wrong. Staff Sergeant, Barnes is one of the most unhinged bad guys I've ever seen.
Oh yeah, he's the ultimate. Like he represents so much. He's like a metaphor for so much that was wrong with the presence of military presence there in Vietnam.
But it was such a random thing. I mean, I mean that something like that came out the same week, like the same day as. Or the day before that tall, melty face bus. I'm like, is that maybe where we're having to get to try and get quote new things?
They're targeting they're definitely targeting our demographic, right? They're like going for our member berries from the 80s.
Yeah, I know. Well, I barely remember Platoon, and I've seen that movie 4 or 5 times, but it's probably been a couple years since I've seen it. But I think it's it's one of those things where you get caught a little bit. I think, especially like maybe you could, Roger, with stuff where you're like, it's cool they're doing something like that,
right?
But you also get caught kind of like there's
but why?
It's like we say we want some different characters or like four tier ones, but like I want a White Rabbit, DC White Rabbit, because I think it would be for some reason, that character got locked.
Yeah, you do. I know that.
But if I actually saw like a licensed company do it, like for some reason, whatever, Prime One put one up, teased one, they were going to do one, I would go, why? Like, you guys actually think you can sell 300 of these? I don't think so.
No, I think 50 would be a good, maybe even 60.
Yeah, I mean, she is a character that just like we've been seeing with Superwoman, honestly, they're a character that seems to fit like a custom one of them, like that tier or known thing. I mean, I don't put like, say, a Goblin Queen. Like a Goblin Queen, I think if honestly was done up, you could sell like 300 or 400 of her just because of the look and style of the character. But she's too sexy for Disney to actually. Jay has actually said, I've tried a couple times.
Yeah, if we do, we're going to get like a very modified version of her, or at least the version of her that was in like the dark web version, like that, like something that's really nerfed or the more modified costume of her that she has.
Yeah, the more like evil queen, evil queen look.
Like I did a version of that too. So like I have both versions of her. I have a version of the original one.
With the weird crown. I hate that version. I hate that version.
Well, I made a version of her that has a crown, but it's still the original costume,
Yeah.
That way she gets to have her crown too. And
cool.
You know what's funny? We bring this up. So like I got inquired, a cosplayer reached out to me and asked me if I could make a 3D printed version STL of the crown. She wanted to use it for her costume and stuff. And I was like, you know what? That's an awesome idea. I think I'll make a Gumroad asset for that. Give me a little bit of time in the middle of like working on like some stuff. I'll get around to it. Okay, cool. Fast forward. And I also put Sinister's diamond in the middle of it too, to just kind of like, oh shit, let's look at that.
Ooh,
That's
wow,
Jimmy.
that's
It's
nice.
Jimmy.
Jimmy.
Great.
So
Damn.
pull that off.
Yes, light up.
Oh, what?
Now
What are
we
you
talking.
doing? What are you doing?
Trying to find it.
Oh my god, is this real? Is this really gonna happen? What are you
No
gonna do?
way.
I just gotta get my
No
finger.
way. What a
Now we
tease.
talking.
Rip.
This statue looks really good, man.
I haven't said anything yet. I haven't said anything yet, but like, man,
Oh.
I like how you played it off like, oh, I got this little thing under my desk
You know,
here. So you, like,
he made it seem like it was Iron Studio.
yeah, dude, he made it sound like it was a 1/10 scale. Like little. He was gonna put like a tree ornament. He was gonna show
Yeah.
us.
Like,
You know,
it's
Well,
nothing. It's like two pieces.
I don't know if it's gonna work because it's got these little tiny ass batteries, and I'm
Oh,
trying to hit
yeah.
the button.
Those go in watches.
Yeah, but it's not lighting up.
Man, I'd love to have seen it lit up.
Yeah, you teased us. You should have done that off screen. So now I'm all mad.
We'll wait, man.
Yeah, go buy some batteries. In the meantime, we're gonna talk about stuff.
Yeah, come back.
I might even have some batteries somewhere. I just don't know where. So, just
Oh.
maybe it's a contact thing. I don't know,
Maybe.
but it's supposed to sit there. Well, I'll see if. Just wanted to show that. I'll put that up there. Let me see. Once I get the other portrait, I'll look for some batteries and see if I have some available that's that small.
That looks really badass. I love that head sculpt. That's cool.
So let me finish that off right there.
Damn.
So there's that. I like the way the hair color glows. Kind of like it's so dark and red, but the hair really pops out. And then
Contrast. Yep.
I got one more portrait here, which is the non-masked version, but I think I like the masked version better. Let me know if this resembles something. Hold on, let me grab some here real quick.
So wait, how long has this statue been around?
This one's been around for, I don't know, maybe a year or so.
Really?
I think so.
Because I just happened to do a little bit. I was looking at a little. Oh wow, look at that.
That's cool.
Oh wait, quit moving. Stop moving. Oh shit. It still keeps getting. I can't. Okay, there we go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But doesn't this portrait remind you of something? I like how the hair is good. See, they did a good job on the hair as well.
That's a really good hair sculpt. I like that, and they highlighted all the right strands to really create some cool contrast and separation.
You guys didn't know, but she has a brother.
Oh no! Fucking corrupt He-Man over here.
I had to bring him out.
Dude, okay, you know what? Let's actually bring that back. Bring that back. Come on. Bring that over here. I just want to just bring something up here.
Remember, 2 different companies, okay, guys? I just thought it was funny.
I know it's 2 different companies. All right. So this is the statue you're holding of Carol Danvers is like a 2 or 3 year old piece.
Oh, is it? Okay.
Yeah, it's pretty old. When I first started collecting, this piece just came out. Like the people.
Yeah, the one you're holding in your right hand over here is newer, right?
I don't know. I'd have to check. I gotta check that group and see how new it is.
It's complete. It's night and day, though. If that's where you're going, Roger. Like night.
That's what I'm saying. I'm not gonna it's night and day as far as a lot of things. So okay.
Okay, so question is, what do you guys prefer? Mask or non-mask?
Dude, honestly, this would be a flip of the coin for me. I like them both. Depends on what I want.
You know what I'll say, man? Roger, that helmet, because it made me think about you, the Professor X from the Krakoa era.
Oh shit!
Because I'm thinking to myself, I'm like, man, I'd love to see that helmet light up. That Professor X helmet, and that just made me think about it. I'm just like, dude, that'd be so cool to have a helmet just like lit up.
Dude, I want that thing to light up. Okay, no bullshit. I am gonna Okay, so I made the Professor X helmet, right? And then I put it in the base for Madeline Pryor, but I still have Professor X as a solo character on the side that I made just for me to have. and I really like the helmet. There's a high probability I'm eventually going to turn that into like its own piece. But I even thought about making a bust, like a mini, like a 1/3 scale bust, maybe for sale, perhaps.
Mm-hmm.
And I thought, like, man, how badass would it be if the visor lit up?
That'd be crazy,
basically Daft Punk style, dude. I'm talking like full visor lit up.
That'd be crazy,
dude. I would love to get that executed to the degree that it could be. But
you do it, man. I'm in, man. If you do
that's
it,
a story for a different day, or like I see on Conan. But that's another story for another day. Yeah,
come on, man. Light that helmet up.
Yeah, it would be sick because I have that, and there's also like little points in the back too that have little LED spots.
Yeah,
that I have just so like to make the rest of it interesting because I wanted the back to look just as interesting as the front, so that you could have if you had it like on a little lazy Susan here. Or I don't want to marginalize Susan. Appendextrous Susan, whatever you will say it that way, and rotate it around. You can see the back, and it would still look cool too.
That'd be nice, man.
Yeah. Try it's all little. I have all these little little irons in the fire that I can move on, but all in good time.
I'd love to see it come to fruition, man.
I have some batteries. They don't look like they're that small, unfortunately.
Boom.
Yeah, I know.
That's it. I want my money back.
All right. So the next show, Will is gonna promise us.
Yes.
At least bring us back the helmet lit up. It's just so
what I will do is I'll get some batteries and then I'll do a quick little video of it lit up so you guys have a better idea. I could have sworn when I picked this piece up, I hit the button and it did light up. So I don't know if it's a contact issue or what, but I'll get it figured out. Because I did see it light up originally, like I mentioned when I bought it. So I'm just kind of sucks that it's not doing it now. Magnets there.
Ooh.
The statue's hardcore, man. I really like it.
Yeah, it's like
I'm not really a Captain Marvel fan, but man, I like the statue even more than the Superwoman.
Yeah, but
yeah.
I'm holding my thoughts. I'm just gonna keep it right here.
I have the same vibe. I just like this hits me, man. You know, I don't even like Captain Marvel at all.
Okay, what you guys are doing right now is something that inspires me to want to do certain pieces because I'm always thinking about what if I want to work on something that someone would say, you know what, I'm not even a fan of this, but I have to have it. If you can make a piece that makes someone consider or reconsider what they think of a character just because of how awesome the statue is, man, you've done your job times 10, right? Like not only are you making fans appreciate it, but you're making people that are outside of the fandom, maybe even like outside of the DC, be like, holy shit, that is really cool. I have to have that because of the execution, you know? That's pretty cool.
They nailed like this one. I like the look. I like the mask, like variant head sculpt to it. The base looks cool. Mm-hmm. I mean, obviously this is like definitely a dystopian dark future, whatever timeline or something story with her.
I got an idea.
I actually like this costume. I mean, it does have kind of like, I don't know, freaking like Alucard from Castlevania, Symphony of the Night jacket.
What you know about that, man?
Alucard,
man.
Yeah, or like she borrowed Star-Lord's jacket.
You know.
Here we go. Okay.
It looks like the Crow.
He's gonna do it J&D style.
Man, I really like
pre-apocalypse and post-apocalypse.
I really liked that piece. It must have been like 2014, 2015, maybe something like that. I wanted it and I missed out on it, and I it's one of those pieces that kind of got away from me. I still every now and then, just because I love how dynamic her pose is. I was a big fan of it when that one came out.
Agreed. I absolutely love this pose and everything. Even though she's got that crazy lean, she's supported very well.
Yeah, it's supported well. And no one's ever complained about that one either. Like ever since it came out, no one's had any issues with it. So
never. It's
contrasting colors on that one's so good. The pose, everything on it's like really awesome.
I don't have the other portrait for her, so it'd be cool. One with the helmet, one without. But someone did make a custom helmet for the sideshow one where the hair lights up. It looks like it's on fire. Super cool piece. If I could get if I can get my hands on that portrait, I would buy it. But all right, let's break it down the line. Marcos, what do you think of Dark Carl Danvers?
Like I said, like right when I first started collecting, I remember our friend Payne. He had this piece and he unboxed it and like did a video on it. I don't like this character at all. I think she's like one of the like she's like the Marvel version of Batwoman for me. Like the worst. Yeah, it is. It's that bad.
I can see that.
She's the Marvel version of Batwoman. She's like a horribly written character and through. They force her down your throat. It's disgusting.
I don't know, man. I kind of feel like Miss Marvel's more of that than Carol Danvers is.
Well, she's Captain Marvel. It's the same thing, basically.
Miss Marvel's different.
I know she has a black and yellow outfit, but it's basically the same character.
No, the person is a different person altogether. With the stretchy arms and stuff like that.
Oh, you're thinking of I was thinking Miss Marvel with the black and yellow, like the old school blonde hair.
I was saying other characters that kind of feel forced.
Sure.
Is that Captain Marvel? That's Captain Marvel now, right? Or is that Miss Marvel?
Yeah, the other one you're talking about, Camila Khan.
I think yeah.
Straight, yeah.
See, I feel like that character was kind of forced as far as like
they both are, but
yeah.
But regardless, the statue
anyway,
the statue does look good. I don't know much about this specific version of her, like the dark, what is it called, Dark Captain Marvel. But
Dark Carl Danvers. Yeah.
The close-up we got on the portrait looked really good, as we said. Like it was night and day compared to the Warlock. I think the suit, like the cape, could have been maybe done better, like paint job wise, texture wise. But overall, the statue is pretty simple. It has a good flow to it. It looks basically like the crow piece from like PCS. You know, like how he's walking forward like that and everything. So it's very similar to that. I think it's a good piece. Like I said, truly hate this character through and through. I'll give the statue probably like 8.9 though. Portrait was amazing.
All right, you're telling me you're going to give that an 8.9, and you gave the other one a 9?
What, the other one? I gave it a 9.
That's because he disdains this character. That's
why. He gave it a 9.3.
I always say this, Roger. When I don't know too much of the history of the character, I usually give it in the 9s area. If it's a good, well done statue, that's what I say. That's like my rule, because I can't give detailed analysis on a piece when I don't know the character that much. Like I know this character, not maybe the dark Captain Marvel, but I know Captain Marvel at least. I don't like the character. But 8.9, I think it's a good statue, though. I think it's a good statue.
Oh yeah, it's pretty good. Lane, what do you think?
I think this is I don't really care for the other Captain Marvel piece, honestly. But the dark Captain Marvel, like, I just like the outfit. I love the darker colors for her outfit and everything. Just the skulls, actually, I like the skulls on the base seem pretty good. I really like the jacket that she's wearing, like kind of on top of her outfit and everything. Did you manage to get the light up function working for?
No, I think the batteries are shot, so I'm gonna have to order some. They're very small batteries.
Are they the little like phone battery things?
They're super
small, tiny ones. Oh, they're piece crap ones.
They're very, very small.
Yeah. They're one that come with like Hot Toys that die in 5 minutes.
Yeah, that's what.
Yeah, they're probably bigger than a phone, honestly, but they're very.
They look like watch size, man. They're so small.
Yeah. And I said phone watch size. Yeah, you're right.
Oh yeah.
No, but other than that, though, I think the aesthetic they did is really nice. They definitely. I guess only thing is I'd have a little bit concern is with all the like kind of her outfit there, where you've got a couple pieces and stuff from her belt just kind of flipping out there because they're PVC or something. I'd worry about those.
This right here, the red.
Could crack or break maybe.
No, it did. It broke right here. It looked like they glued it back on.
That's maybe for that. But I get because it's supposed to be helping to show like her stuff is billowing in the wind. So I mean, since it's sculpted, there's not a ton you can. That is a common thing you have to worry about with a lot of statues. Right. That's the only negative I have for that is that, like you said, if it did have that brick, that's an easy piece that could break. Where if you do it just more kind of, I get what they were going for, but if you have, I think a creative choice for that would have been just have it lying. You could have may had the slight breeze going into her jacket, or maybe have it be shorter, but it's kind of going backwards toward the statue's body a little bit more.
Yeah.
So it's not out, whereas more likely it could get bumped into or something, or, it wouldn't get as much effect as it is here, but for the storytelling, but it might have been more practical for having less chance for breaking. And I usually go towards make the decision that gives less chance for something to break on something.
Right.
Even if it affects the how dynamic or something it is. But like, that's still a minor thing though. It still nails the look and everything. So I would probably give this one a 9.3 out of 10.
Nice.
And I'm not a Captain Marvel fan at all. This piece,
that's big. That's huge.
Yeah, this piece just does a really good job. And now, if that's based off a story or something, because normally these pieces will be, it does kind of make me go, "Huh? I wonder what this is like. What is this based off of?"
Yeah,
like that. I'm not sure for Roger, but I think, especially if it's like, say, you're doing an obscure version of a character or something, or like the Harley Who Laughs that was done by Prime One, like, which was only a cover thing up until like one storyline she's appeared in Harley Quinn comics that barely anybody read. But like, you could do something like that, and you get people asking, "Hey, what is this from? What's the specific storyline or whatever?" Because it may not be a well-known one, but it has like a unique costume that maybe people in the community or whatever the IP would be, are familiar with at least a little bit. But it might be a single story or something, or it was a one-time appearance or something. But really good job. That's all. And you're selling that one, William?
Yeah.
Or are you thinking about doing it?
Yeah. I'll be selling her. I'll be selling her and Warlock. I think they complement each other because their outfits seem the same. I know the base is a little different.
Is it buy one get one?
Yeah, for that Warlock, he's got to be the one plus.
So the Warlock, he doesn't have any box, so I have to make one. I just shipped. I made a couple boxes recently and shipped it, and haven't had any problems.
I've got a good box you can stick it in. It's called the garbage can.
Yeah.
Oh, zing, ping, pow.
Yeah. He really does not like that Warlock.
Look at Dark Legendary Lane is here.
Dark Legendary Lane.
The Dark Legend rises. What can I say?
As you guys saw, the Carl Danvers does have the art box, but doesn't have the shipper box, so I'd have to make one for that as well. Which is not a big deal. I'm not like gouging for these pieces. It's work with me and I'll ship it to you.
I know the perfect place you can introduce that statue to is I was just watching the other day that the old AHA music video, "Take on Me." You could toss that into them so they could throw that at those two guys with the Racer 13 guys that are chasing after them with a crowbar or a wrench.
None of these guys have seen that video, I think, man.
I'm dating myself. I realize.
I work 12 to 16 hours. I never see a TV, so I don't know any.
To be fair, this happened when you were a child, so you should have seen it then. But it's
okay. It was from. I'm talking about it.
It's from like 85, 84.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, 85, 84. I was 3, so yeah, I'm not. I wasn't watching it.
MTV, baby.
Let me jump on. Freddie, your opinion? What do you think?
She fascinates me. I'm just gravitated towards the statue, and I give it, man. If only you can make that helmet light up, man. But just assuming it looks like what I think it looks like in my head, just by seeing the statue. With that in mind, I'd give it a 9.5.
You took the sports
overall, right? First of all, like what Roger was stating, like with the Superwoman, right? This base, man, I think it looks great, and it doesn't even have a big footprint at all. And even just the color of the base with the skulls, how it just pops. And I think to me from here, I like the paint job, right? The skulls, you can see them. It's not like buried in the base where you kind of would have to try to make it out, So the base in itself, I think, is great for what it is, and just the look of her outfit with the coat over her shoulders, with the what is it, the belt or the ribbons from the coats or whatever, how it's swaying to go with the flow of the jacket and with her hair and everything like that. She looks great, man. The sculpt I think is pretty cool overall. I think it's a lovely statue, and the paint job to me, you know, it looks
why are you petting her butt right now?
it's really
Sorry,
good, man.
Like,
She's got dust
just
on it.
randomly was like, pretty bird, just starts petting her butt in the middle of a review. Like, what are you doing, dude? Sorry, Freddie, I didn't mean to interrupt you, but
No, that's all good.
he clearly
He's a
stole the
deviant
show
over
by
there,
like trying to just.
Goddamn deviant, you know.
This is like it's lost all focus.
There we go. That's
There we go. Perfect.
Hey.
Much better.
Look at this thespian here, taking care of his collection.
You brush the Superwoman statue, you'll break the damn brush probably without that back.
Wow.
Fucking
Yeah,
hell.
like you see the dust on her. So I have her down at the bottom with the rest of the Avengers. Just still missing Iron Man, but I got her down there, and I don't really look down that much. So when she's up here in the light, I'm like, man, she's pretty dusty. I got bigger brushes. I'll clean her off later. But continue, Freddie. I'm sorry for
Oh
winding.
no, man, all good. No, I'm
That's
pretty much done, man. Like I said, I love this stat. Just the fact that I'm now curious as to, I'm actually after this at some point this weekend, and I'm now actually want to look it up and say, hey, what is she actually? You know, what's the difference between her and, you know, what's the story of that Captain Marvel? So
But,
just the fact that it makes me want to do that, and I don't even like the character.
You know, you can always chat GPT and it'll give you a quick synopsis of it, and you're like, you know what it's all about.
Yeah,
So,
but looks great, man.
Roger,
First off, I would appreciate you plugging ChatGPT in this conversation. So just use Google. Google would have done it just fine. But
Get in between the cracks, Will.
Oh, hey, Mr. Artist, calm down, Mr. Artist. Right? They're not taking your job.
There you go.
Calm down.
you couldn't if you wanted to. AI couldn't do that either. So anyway, back to this character. While we were talking, I kind of looked it up. It's from a Last Avengers storyline where she actually has to take on the Avengers, which is a pretty badass idea. But there's a lot about this section that I do like. That said, a lot of it's been touched on already, so I'm not going to pile on. I do give it a 9.5 as well. There's a lot of details that stand out to me that I really appreciate. For one, despite the fact there's a little bit of muted contrast for the base and the skulls and all that, it's perfect for that reason, because it doesn't clash with her. It doesn't clash with her color composition, because it is a little muted, or there are less saturated colors on the base. It really makes her pop. Yet you can still see all the detail that's going on in the base too. I really, really like the flow of the sashes as well as her cape, because it adds a level of dynamicism to the piece. It makes it look more kinetic than it is. We've seen a lot of pieces where you see characters walking forward. There's a lot of walking forward statues, right? It's about what you do, I think, to the elements around that piece that make it look more interesting, right? And they did that with this one. From the jacket sleeves flowing out further, man, it's got a presence, and it also, you can see, despite its walk forward, her jacket, the way it's hanging off her shoulders, and her look in her face and the way she's walking really does sell the idea that she's not a good version of her. It's more of a sinister version of her. The paint job is great. The little details on her on the inside, the detail work on the inside of her jacket, that shit looks great. Yeah. And they added some really good, I don't know how they painted that. Did they have somebody literally go in there and paint over each little set? And it's extruded. It's got relief to it. So it's actual texture. So the fact that some poor souls probably went in there and painted all that, man, that is really awesome. And I love the texture on her uniform. You can see the texture on the uniform. It's got relief on it. You could have easily just gone, someone could have just made that smooth, like Carol Danvers next to her, where it's just smooth, and just gone with some highlighting on the surfacing. But instead, they made sure they put texture on it. And man, the texture, I think, really also sells the piece as a high detail piece, or sells it as a 1/4 scale. I like seeing when surface details like that, whether it's stitching, whether it's cloth, or trying to emulate cotton stitching on clothes, trying to get that in there. I know you tend to get that more so in 1/3 scales, as you can really zero in on fidelity. But when you get to achieve that on a 1/4 scale, that really like that's something that I really like to look for. I like to see because that means like in order to do that, they really have to increase the contrast of it in 3D so that it translates to printing and then molds. The hair color is great. The texture application, the helmet looks badass. I really want to see it lit up.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think that's a really cool look. Man, look at that. That looks neat. Like the hair sculpt on that looks great as well. Overall, it's like for a piece that's a few years old, this is a really good piece of work. And whoever worked on it, and I give you mad props, high fives, chest bump, all that stuff. Proportions are ideal. If we've been talking about the physique and stuff like that, the proportions are pretty spot on for what I see. What we see Carol Danvers.
Spot on the other one too. Okay, stop it.
Well, well, okay. Let's see. I think that's another quick observation. So even though her outfit's really dark, it's supposed to be really dark, they still chose to add highlights to the overall broader areas, like on the chest, on the arms, on the abdomen and torso. That's what I was referring to with the other statue. Even though it's dark, you still could add highlighted areas to also give us, because right now, look at that in the background. It's just pitch black.
Yeah.
You don't have some separation there, or at least a bit of highlights. And all of that's paint application. It has nothing to do with the skull. It's just paint application. Another reason I like this one too, I looked up some images of this piece, and I saw 3D renderings of it. The 3D renderings look good, but the real version looks that much better, which means as good as the 3D piece was, or the actual sculpt was, the paintwork really also does it justice. And that's like the culmination of a real collaborative effort, and I really dig that as well. So yeah, that's my assessment. 9.5.
Yeah, I mean, you nailed it. There's only a few things that I would change personally for myself, based off the paint application. I agree with everything you guys said. I love the hair, and I know we talked about the transition of the hair. The transition on this one on the forehead to the head is better than the long hair over there. You could tell. I mean, if you guys want to get close, I don't know if you guys notice it, but you could tell.
Because that's how hair starts. It doesn't start on like
See how that transition is there? It's not just like cut. There's actually some shape.
It's got to be asymmetrical, man. You can't just have like a symmetrical line go across it.
Now, I don't know how they could fix that on the Superwoman, if that's something they could just slight paint and kind of make it tie in. Don't know. The other thing too is I feel that the back of the cape is just one solid color, and you were talking about different transitions and making it pop. I think it needed a little bit more darker shading to give it that pop. Very, very minimal stuff. Just my style, what I like on the paint. And the skulls too, based off where she's at, where she's landing, I'd like to see a little bit darker, more dustier, more dirtier, more of that ambiance. So it just, each person looks at a certain piece, they have their own story they want to tell with it. Like Roger explained how he would like to see it, and so did FPJ and the rest of the guys and myself. So I do like the base with the jagged rocks. I like seeing that. I like seeing the dry brushes. You see different layers of color in it. So the base looks great, and the condensed, right? It's a lot smaller, so it really does work. So yeah, I mean, I'm kind of at the point. For me, I'd give it a 9. I don't have like any ties to this character. Also, I do like the original Captain Marvel. The sideshow one has always been my favorite. Even though I'm a real museum guy, there's a little more dynamics to this one than this one. But I love the presence of this one. Like Roger mentioned, how she's flowing, how the wind's flowing with the hair, the pose, the menacing. Like she means business walking forward. So I do like that. I think that looks really, really good.
Bigger too than the other one, right? Like she looks taller.
What's that?
She looks taller, it looks like, than the other 1/4 next to it. Like it looks like she's a little bit bigger.
I would have to take her off and stand her next to it, but it's because she's standing taller on the base. But her legs do stick out.
I don't know. I think it's pretty close, actually.
You think so?
Yeah, I think so.
Maybe I have both eyes, but I'm usually never wrong. So that's
Oh Lord!
my word now.
This whole I'm always right bit thing is so outplayed, bro. Like so, like
It's true.
You need new material. You need new material, man. Right?
Yeah, like a comedian, you need new material. So I did realize why the batteries weren't working. They worked originally. One of them's leaking, so that's kind of why
Okay.
I don't have the contact. And it's not. I mean, it could just be dirty, but it looks like it was leaking. I might not have the contact. I really want to try to mess with this a little bit. So if the chat wants to join in, let me know what you think about the Dark Carl Danver here. We all
Carl Danver.
You said Carl like earlier too.
Carol Danvers.
Carol,
not Carl. Carl.
Carl.
Carol. Carol Danver. I'm sorry. You guys watch Walking Dead. That's why we're saying it like that. But yeah, it's a great piece. I will be putting it up for sale. I do have a large list of items for sale on the marketplace and some stuff people have not seen, which there's some really good stuff there. I can't really say from where it's from because they're all fan art pieces, but you guys can hit me up if there's anything you guys are interested. I most likely will have it. So Marcos and Lane, I know we wanted to talk about something specific. You want to bring that up?
Yeah, Lane, which one did you want to talk about first? I forgot which one.
Shenanigans.
Well, are we gonna have time because we already been going for over 2 hours?
Yeah, we'll go. We can go over a little bit. I don't. If you guys want to, if you guys want to stop, we'll stop.
That's up to you guys.
I probably need to hop off.
Oh.
That said, Marcus, whatever. I know you love it, but it's fine. Yeah, that's all part of your bit and stuff like that. But whatever. Thank you so much for having me on. I'm sorry I was late. Great pieces. Great talking to you guys. Awesome stream again. Can't do it again. Hope you guys all have a good rest of your weekend, and I'll see you later.
All right, appreciate it, Roger.
Bye.
Thanks for jumping on the stream.
Absolutely. Take care, Rax.
All right, guys.
But it's up to you, Lane and Freddie and Will and everybody on the chat. Like, do you guys want us to go over some topics real quick or no?
Sure. We can chat a little bit more if you guys got time. We did start an hour earlier. We started 6 p.m. instead of 7 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. So if you guys want to go a little bit longer, I'm more than happy to. I think the chat will enjoy it. So let's have some
for a little bit. I'm just running. I have to go in a little while.
Yeah, right.
Sure.
My wife tax is paid, man, so I'm good.
So Freddie,
we're going all night, baby.
I'm good.
Yeah.
do this.
Well, I would probably say first that I know there were several. Of course, they were like. I would like to first maybe look at the. We can look at the Grunbelt. I was going to say.
You said this one, so I brought this one.
Yeah, I know. Well, the Superman one was because I really want to hear your thoughts on it.
No, I want to hear your thoughts because you're excited about this piece. So let's Lane, if you
Let's do it.
So I wanted to bring up just discussing because this just came up for pre-order just in like the last week, early this week. I think this Grunbelt, obviously he's not the most well-known enemy of Guts, but I think he's got one of the coolest forms the Guts fights. And he's one of the most powerful of Griffith's actual servants. I love this. I absolutely love this dragon form. He is one of probably second to Zod. He's probably my favorite apostle form. Like Zod is one of my favorite characters in all of Berserk. I really like normally for a diorama thing, because I'm not bought or really had any inclination for getting Berserk pieces, but like this is just it's basically Guts facing off against a giant freaking dragon. Like this is almost as close as you get to an actual dragon in Berserk, despite all the crazy monsters and everything they have. But what gets me for this one is really you guys know I'm not the biggest light up fan, but I love the light up effect to this piece. Like even though I know Guts looks kind of small, but that's because Grunfeld is already this huge. This is a monstrous piece. It's like 37 inches or something like
Where
that.
is it? It was, I think, 28 tall and like 30.
It's
40
it's
deep.
absolutely huge. Now, would this height-wise necessarily go with some of the other third scale and everything that we've seen? Not necessarily. Or like, would this go great like if you were getting Marcos, like Marcos is getting the J&D Guts. No, obviously, because that Guts is not in anywhere proper scale for this piece.
Lane, real quick, I didn't know that the head of Grumbelt is like right there too. Yeah, that's cool.
His human face, kind of.
Yeah.
Yeah, he doesn't completely change like, say, Zod does, where he's just totally monster form. Did we lose? Wait,
did we? I don't know. I'm not checking. Will he probably be back?
I'm here.
Oh, he's back.
There we go.
I was trying to find my batteries, and I think I did.
But I think this, like, this really, the lighting effect for this is probably, I think, one of the best. And I like how there's no lighting like on the other parts of the base, which is supposed to be the ground or anything. It's all into the statue of Grumbelt himself. That helps differentiate, I think, the brightness of it. Now, the question for this is obviously, well, when you don't have the lights turned on, because, obviously it won't be till actual production where I would pray this guy would be plug-in and not battery. Because I can see for how much lighting there is. Yeah, like it would be awful. If you feel like putting a lot more money into your statues, that would be a way to have to do it. But I love this piece with him in the apostle form. I know we have the other variant, which is obviously in his knight, human knight form, where he's actually, you can put him diorama pose. Is that supposed to be the Skull Knight?
So in the story, it's like Guts finds the armor like this, basically.
Yeah, the Berserk armor. Yeah, no, I remember.
Did wear the
witch and stuff, where he meets the witch girl. I can't remember her name, and her mentor and stuff. It's like, it's where one of the best connections between like the magic fairy world and the regular human world, like, cross over into each other. But I know this is probably within the last year, this might be the least sought after Guts piece we've seen, going all the way back to like those, 1/6 scale Guts and like Griffith that could go back to back based off the artwork and everything.
Yeah.
We had the Casca, the naked Guts and Casca from famous artwork.
Diorama.
Yeah, that diorama. Like, this would probably be considered even much more than the massive Grumbelt duology piece with Guts. But this one for me just really caught my attention, the light effect. But I also it's $2,299. So it's really expensive. And if you're not going to be able to have it light up all the time, unfortunately, I don't think there are any pictures of it not lit up.
Yeah, I'm really disappointed about that. Like in the prototype pictures, like it doesn't show.
Well, maybe.
Up. Yeah.
Can you back up one? Back up.
Is this AC
maybe that
USB power?
Okay, maybe that's how. Okay, maybe that's how it's not turned on.
Freddie, look. So I don't. It should be USB because there's like a right here. You see that little red dot? So I'm guessing that's like it's gonna be a push. Like, I doubt it's gonna be battery. I doubt it.
Yeah, I think it has to be USB. Like, it has to be.
I'm telling you right now, if I own this, I'm lighting this up all the time.
Yeah, well, this is
I mean, yeah.
I don't care. It's gonna be lit up. But when my display is on, this is coming on.
Mm-hmm.
When I'm home, like, I can see it leaving off when I'm not home during the day.
Oh yeah, but that's what I'm saying. If I turn the display on, it's gonna be on.
Yeah. So, Lane, I'm with you though. Like with light up features, like the statue, I always say, if the statue does not look good with that light up, it's not.
And I think it probably does. I expect the regular paintwork and stuff to look good. I just wish they showed it.
I think this may be the closest thing we get to not lit up.
I love the crystal style and like the coloration and everything on it.
Yeah.
Like you said, Grumbelt's face, which is really tiny there, like, looks great. I could see you. I can see you can see this piece and you could just be a fan of the design and the look for it.
Mm-hmm.
I think where you get it because this is farther into the manga and stuff than we've ever. They did a little bit in the last really terribly done animated series. Started to show, kind of showed showed the slight conflict, because this is like the first battle between Grumbelt.
Yeah, I'm telling you, the graphics on that was worse than One Punch Man.
Ooh, yeah. Well, One Punch Man was
the Berserk anime has been done dirty, like fooled
both
through.
times.
It's horrible.
And that's primarily how I've seen it. I've watched.
And the
I've
thing is,
watched
like,
both.
yeah.
I've watched. I've seen all the best thing was if we could get the animation from the Golden Age movies, like for not even an entire series, just if it could be 65 to 70% of how well that was animated for an entire, even just 26 episode series, like that would be gold, man.
So I watched them all on Crunchyroll. Are you saying that that's not the way? Is that what
It's
you're
not
saying?
the way, bro. It's Reed. It's Reed, bro. It is Reed.
Yeah.
So what it needs, though, Lane, it needs a movie budget and it needs creative people like the Akira people, basically, or the whole discussion.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it's so detailed.
It's a tough manga to adapt in general to anime because it's so intricate.
But the one thing I think we can say for Berserk and Mura's art style is, goddamn, it translates into things like statues amazingly. Maybe I would probably say into the 3-dimension like this. His art style, maybe for a single property specific universe. I'm not saying, because obviously we've seen Batman, Superman, or different stuff like that 50 different times, have amazing pieces for different looks and styles. But for one specific person's vision and art style being turned into
3D,
like this, I don't think I've ever seen an art style transfer into statue form as easily as his in multiple times of completely different looking things. Like from sexy lady, monster ladies like Slan. Just go ask Mr. Allen how that one came out, or John the Everyday Collector. Like the super sexy, amazing looking, to big mount, to like beautiful male type designs like Griffith.
And then you get the one-to-one. Then you get the human likeness and the J&D.
Yeah.
You're right.
J&D.
Yeah, every company has done it well, basically. Even like O'Neill.
But his art style, because it's so detailed. Because it's so detailed, it makes, I think, for the people, the artistic minds, for like the sculptors or 3D modelers like Roger or somebody, for like some of the companies, they have such a great basis to work with. You know, there's so much detail. It gives them an idea for body proportion. But like
that's,
if you ask me if I remember who Grunbeld's name was, I remember as the big dragon guy. Like, so that's primarily how I remembered him.
I'm sorry, Lane, that's the depth, 99 centimeters. That's what?
37 inches.
37, 40 inches.
It's huge, bro. It's huge. It's massive. There's a reason that, I mean, it's 20 inches tall. So it's literally the height of a third scale, like your average third scale.
So guts in that image is what, like 1/10 scale?
So I think the whole statue is like 1/10 non-scale.
Yeah.
Basically.
Well, because Grunbeld's supposed to be like 25 feet or 30 feet tall.
Yeah, he's a tower for sure. He's
not Godzilla size or anything, but he's he's one of the. I think he's bigger than Zod actually.
He is. I believe
Zod is huge.
Yeah. I mean, personally, the way, and I know we talked about this off camera. For me, this piece here, it has to be a one-off, because I don't believe it's going to work with any other Guts piece.
No, it won't. No. Yeah, that's what I looked at it a little bit, because I have like literally a space that is that size that could fit it, where it would just be because I'm not buying Berserk. Like, I'm not buying. This is specifically this piece that I really like. I love Grunbeld's dragon. It's the closest we get to a fucking dragon in Berserk. And I love dragons, stuff like that. And the light-up feature for this is so amazing. But the thing that's the selling point for me is also the thing that I'm terrified of at the same time, you know? And it's $2,300. So anyway, that was one thing. I'm sorry. You guys have listened to me carry on quite a bit.
No, that's fine.
Freddie, Marcos, when you guys first saw this piece and everything, seeing finally some of the photos and stuff like that, I know, Marcos, you're a little bit more, into this material and stuff. Mm-hmm. But what did you guys think from creatively and everything, like, for this piece?
Freddie, you want to go first?
I know it's not something you guys necessarily would get, but what your guys' interpretation, or what concern, like, if you had thought about this piece, what would have been your concerns? If you had thought about getting it?
Guts for me, Berserk for me is never on the table. At least not until I read the manga. But But when I saw this announced and I saw the pictures and stuff like that, first thing I thought to myself was, "This is cool."
Yeah, exactly.
I really, I said this because I love dioramas in general.
Yeah.
I'm a huge diorama fan.
If we
And
were space and money fancy free, it would be
yeah,
something
yeah.
you could think about showing.
And I love when I see huge monsters or robots or whatever, along with or vehicles or whatever, just and have uh the people or the nature and stuff like that depicted around it to show the scale. I love stuff like that. And when I saw Guts on there as well, depicting, again, how big Grunbeld is supposed to be, and then with the whole light up function, with that, I mean, I was looking at these pictures for at least 10 minutes, just scrolling through, like saying, man,
I thought it was just his front upper body, like staring down, and like the back end and stuff.
Yeah.
I didn't realize it was his whole body. At first I thought it was just like maybe his front part, and then it cut off, and then there's Guts. But I was like, oh no, it's the whole thing.
If I was one of those collectors that like had money to blow, and is like, I can say, hey, I don't know who this is, but I like it, it's cool, let me just get it to put it in my collection. This is one of those ones that I would do, like, just be like, how cool it is, and I don't have any berserk stuff. Like, this is one I would actually get and put in my collection. Just to, like, how cool it is. I can afford to do that with like 1/6 figures, right?
Yeah.
But like, this is a nice one-off. I'll put it in the collection.
Yeah, but even that, some of them are starting to push the limit on that. Like,
Higgs,
man. Higgs Artisan.
Don't even get me started with the artisan lines now.
So I think what'll happen, Freddie, once you like catch up on the manga and you get to the meat and potatoes of it, you're gonna see some of these other berserks like Guts and Casca, the one that Prime, and you're gonna be like, I want that, just because based off what happened in that scene and how everything transitioned to this point with this Grunbeld, even though it was a little bit in the anime, but not as far as the manga, you're gonna be like, I'm gonna start investing in this stuff. And look, I've caught up to everything, and I'm like gritting my teeth not to collect it because I know how bad I'm gonna do with this. I'll sell all this stuff and just do berserk.
No way.
In theory, there's a possibility it might still continue. So there might be others. Like,
no, I believe it. I believe it will. I know the author passed away and everything, and it took 30 plus years for him to get to where
they
he
were
was
on the boat for a long time.
Yeah. So
they've been actively writing chapters like one, like they do like 2 every 3 months, I think.
I haven't. I'm not gonna ruin it. I think I stopped when the artist passed away, and then I never saw any updates, so I just never went back to check on it. But yeah, it's one of those, Freddie, that I think that's what'll end up happening, bro. Like you're gonna get to that point. You're like, damn, I gotta have this scene because this scene is so damn good, So I would be very wary. But do read the manga, watch the anime. I like the original. I like the original art. I don't like the new one, but even though I watched it, the original art for me is great. And I saw it when it first released. So it's a really good piece. My opinion for this piece right here, the only thing that concerns me, like any other, like Lane was saying, the light up is it going to be good with it not lit up? I mean, that's like really the only caveat to, especially a piece this big. How do you repair the light up, right? I think that's what it is. The concept and everything is great. I mean, it does remind me of the manga.
I wish we could see is if this thing was at like the Prime 1 store, Prime 1 display location and stuff.
Yeah.
Where they may not have the lighting turned on for it, where you could see. Because honestly, I think it's still going to look. I still think the painting's going to look really good. But if even for a second, it makes me think of, like I said, Backstage, the premium format Ghost Rider, where that Ghost Rider. And now I'm not trying to compare that directly to this one. I don't think it's necessarily the best idea to compare Sideshow to Prime 1 when they're putting a piece like this out with a ton of lighting, but that's the closest I could think of. Maybe, I guess, other than the PCS Ghost Rider with the full bike, with the whole light up, the whole statue lights up, basically.
Yeah.
But going off the premium format, the way that one looked, where most people, just for reaction to it, was yeah, it's okay. You know, it's not bad. It's not great. But when you see it lit up, it's like goes from okay to fantastic. You know,
Right.
everybody was like, damn. But if that thing goes, or you don't have it on all the time because you don't want it, you know, you want to be able to light it up and want it to last for years, so you don't light it up all the time. If we could just see this one without some of the lighting, and obviously that could even change somewhat to the final. But I think if you have any interest in Guts, like or Berserk or any of the Apostles, just like in general, some of the bad guys,
Yeah.
I think this would be a piece you have to look at because it is $22.99, but that's kind of within the same price range, except for some of the older Berserk third scales and stuff. It's in the price range for most of the stuff. I think it's similar price to most of the dioramas we've had, like, you know, Femto and the Egg and all that stuff.
Freddie,
From
you know what
earlier.
we're missing on these pictures, though, Freddie?
What?
The apple. The apple, man.
Yeah, no apple, no cup, no
Apple,
nothing.
man. To get a good size
Hey,
comparison.
They dropped the ball, man. Whoever took these
I know.
pics dropped the ball.
Or a little Coke can, you know, a little Coke can would do it.
Yeah.
But it's a good piece, though. I just not for me, though, Lane. Expensive, like you said, too. And it's a huge space hog.
No, it's a big space hog. We're more focused on DC Dark Side space that we got to make once.
Yeah.
Gosh.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. I am actually running out of time here, so I guess just the other one I mentioned I would like to take 2 minutes to look at.
Sure, let's do it.
Let's do it real quick for
From PCS is that
and
just
Stanley,
came out in like
I'm with
couple
you,
days.
Stanley. Lane needs to get a freaking camera working, man. I miss his beautiful face. There we go.
Nice. My beautiful voice is all you should need to be serenaded with.
You guys see it?
Yeah, we can see it.
That's
Yeah.
Marcos' Superman. Yeah.
This is not my Superman. It's the Superman in movie format. Is the animated series is the best Superman of all time, but this is the movie.
Which animated series?
Yeah, the Superman animated series in Justice League. Those are the only two that matter.
Not even any of the animated movies?
That's fine. Like, it's all right. It's more New 52 stuff, you know, but it's fine. But yeah, so no, this is Freddie, what do you think about the likeness and Lane and Will?
Go ahead, Lane. Why don't you go first, Lane, because you're running out of time.
Yeah, the likeness I think is good on this one, and just the standard one. The smiley one, which I don't really like.
Marcos' favorite.
that one I think looks off.
I think
it just may need some adjustment in the cheeks and stuff. But it's the only one that I don't feel corn sweat when I look at it. It feels like almost a deep fake version.
So,
to be honest,
Lane, I was with you at first a little bit, but rewatch the movie. Remember when he saves that Asian woman and he smiles at her and like literally is that scene? I'm not joking. Like that's his face.
I know, but in this thing in the head sculpt, it looks weird.
I'm just saying that it literally looks just like that scene when he smiles at her. I'm telling you, like it's.
I would maybe have to see it again, but I think it looks off. But that is like literally the only thing with this statue that I said I didn't really care for. Crypto, I think, was great. I love to have him in the air, flying. Now, obviously, how you're going to connect it to the base is going to matter with this for possible leaning issues. Obviously, that's always something whenever it's posed like this. You have to consider it's got a little bit of light up function. That's normally how I prefer light up function. Like it's a small part of it, but not like Grunbelt, which is the whole damn show, pretty much. I think they got the outfit, his costume like sculpted and everything really well. Just from the prototype pictures here, I would have to. This is I think it'd easily be an 8.5 to 9 out of 10 Superman statue when it's all said and done.
Yeah, for me,
I'm getting the in-art figure.
So Marcos, because he's smiling, you're gonna put a PO in for this one too?
I'm gonna put a PO soon.
31 POs instead of 30.
Yeah, exactly. I'm definitely gonna put this on pre-order. Maybe not like for day one, but I'm gonna get this piece. I like this. The price point's amazing too. We haven't even talked about that. It's like $1,400 for like it's only one version, It's like
Okay.
we get everything $1,400 plus shipping, which is I don't think the shipping is gonna be too bad because the base is not that big. It's 1/3. Crypto's not that big either. Obviously, he's 1/3, but it's not a huge piece. It'd probably be bigger in person, but I think it'll be maybe if they can get that Harley Who Laughs in one box. I can see them getting this in one box.
Is Crypto like a bonus version, or he's just
No, they only have one version.
Okay.
Yeah. The only issue I have with this is that I was hoping for this is a nitpick. I was hoping for they came with the stand for like Crypto, so you can have him on the base like this, or like have him off the base like a proximity piece. I know
Right.
Freddie loves his proximity pieces. That was the only thing I was hoping for. And the thing is, like, I might even get somebody to make one for me. Just have Crypto by himself. But I do like him on the base. But I wanted that option to have him off the base if I wanted to. I think the crystals look great. Looks 12 times better than the fucking Supercraft's crystals.
Supercraft,
Yeah, dude, those things look horrible for some reason. So I like that. I like the back of the base. I like the little light up feature right there. That's cool. Lane, I'm telling you, that's the scene, bro. It's like I'm not joking. It looks spot on to me. I'm glad they did it. I love the Fortress of Solitude, like the little lenses, sun. Really cool.
I do. I agree with you, Marcus. I can appreciate the concept on this one better than the Supercraft.
Yeah.
Not to say that there's no pluses for the Supercraft, but I don't really collect movie stuff unless it's Michelle Pfeiffer. So I'm not really particular with the Superman. My favorite will always be Christopher. So it's just what it is. But I do appreciate the base. I like Crypto on there. I think it'd be cool if Superman was holding that little baby instead. The alien baby. That's a funny scene where I can't remember the baby's name, but I love that scene. What was it?
I forgot his name. I'm trying to think of the scene when he says it. He's like, what's his name?
He said the name of the baby?
Is it like Bob or something? It was like
I always said Bob too, but oh my god!
I've seen the movie like 6 times and you can't remember.
Yeah, never watched it once, so I don't remember. But Crypto does look good there. I'm just kind of joking around with the baby thing. I just thought it was a funny thing to say, and it would be kind of comedic for him to hold the baby, even though it's not his. But the base, you're right. The crystals look good. I like the light up. Fortress of Solitude in the background's a nice touch. I am not particular with the smile portrait. Everything's great. Yeah, I mean, based on what I'm seeing, a solid 9, and it's a 1/3 scale. Price point seems decent. Base is condensed. You got a separate portrait stand. That's always good. So yeah, it's a solid piece. It's not something I would pick up. Like I said, I don't really do movies, but it's kind of where I'm at with the piece. Good job, Prime One.
Yeah, price point 2 is great.
Yeah, Freddie.
Yeah, it's a great statue, man. I don't see. Actually, the smiling sculpt actually looks better to me than the serious one.
Me too.
In my opinion, I don't know if the serious one to me. I mean, I don't think these sculpts are perfect, which I know perfect is, it's subjective. But I'm saying though, it's not. In my mind, it's not like, oh wow, no, that's definitely him. I don't get that vibe. But I don't get it where it's like, oh, that does not look like him. You know what I'm saying? I think if it came out just like this, like to me, it's good.
Yeah.
I don't see as far as like, oh, that looks nothing like him. No. I'd say it's like 90% to me. But I think the smiling sculpt to me looks better than that right there. But overall, man, it's a solid. The base looks great to me. I love the crystals, the way it looks. I love the fact that you get light up eyes. I am with Marcos. It would be nice if the dog can be off, like how there's a bus for this, like a dog can go on its own base.
I would like that.
You
like proximity pieces. I know that too. So.
Yeah, I'd prefer that than a dog flying around the crystal.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I think this is solid, man. Anybody who's getting this, man, congrats. You got a smiling sculpt like Marcos wants. And you got the serious one with the I-beams.
I think the I-beam one is probably the best likeness out of all of them, but I'm probably not going to use that one ever. Maybe to show people like when they see my collection, like, oh yeah,
that just feels like that we have to include a heat vision eyes
Yeah.
sculpt or something to it at this point, because like well, we know how to like Prime One's like, well, we know how to do those because we did that for like every one of our angry Supermans for Man of Steel and stuff.
Yeah.
Or just on that last one one earlier this year that they had for the Cavill Superman.
Yeah.
Where it seems like we have barbecue everybody Superman.
Yeah,
And,
everybody. Oh my god, yeah. There's skulls
The
around.
base
it.
is a small base too, which is
Yeah,
pretty cool.
that's what I'm saying, dude. Like, you guys think like this could go in one box, probably, right? Like if the Harley who last.
Yeah, it's got to.
Yeah, this
Got
could
to,
go.
yeah.
All.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I mean, I think the third scale is the last few. Like that one, the Hush Catwoman is probably going to be a single box.
Yep.
Too. So, and what do you guys think about? I was just curious with this one was even more because I knew Marcos. If I was like Marcos said, there's a chance probably he might be a.
Oh, it's like 99% chance. Yeah.
Yeah. It just might depend what you already have or anything like that. If you have to go eeny, meeny, miny, mo, to make your mind up on something. But the $13.99 price point or $14.99 is where I've seen it, for other retailers like Comic Concepts or something is probably going to be. It does feel like the third scales, maybe they pulled back a little bit. Not Grunbeld. Grunbeld with all that lighting in it, I'm $22.99.
Yeah.
So I'm not surprised, that thing. But I mean, for maybe some of these third scales that are not quite as big as that, just because if you compare it to like, even if we're talking about live action characters, Fade earlier this year was like a couple $100 more. Fade Ralph.
That was like 1,700, I think, right? Or 1,800.
Depending where you try and get it with the switch out.
I'm talking about like Prime One. I think Prime One was like 1,800.
Yeah, or 16. I think it was $15.99. So this one's a couple $100 less. Do you think maybe just not for all pieces, but some of these third scales we might be seeing Prime One and stuff?
I hope so.
Pulling back their pricing, just not a ton, but a little bit. But it's easier to me to say for $13.99 to buy a piece like, not maybe necessarily one that's got all these super like 15 switch outs or something like that, like some of the Predators or some of those really big, like extra big pieces. But for some of these that are
there's a huge difference with those Predator pieces. They're 40 inches tall, almost all of them, and they have a huge base. They got multiple switch outs. They're big body, so it's completely different than like this. Like
they're more like $3,000 area. But I'm saying, some of these could be more like the single character, whatever it is. Like now, obviously, certain licenses might have a little bit difference for having them, but we could be seeing just a pullback in some of the pricing to make it a little bit more affordable. Or like if you're ordering from Prime One, they may just add an extra $100 more to the shipping.
Yeah, I think even on Prime One, they're a little bit more shipping. I bet you this is gonna be $250 shipping on Prime One site at most.
Oh yeah,
I don't think it's gonna be that much. Like which is crazy. $250. Like back when I first started, it was a crazy amount to ship, but now it's like you're getting a deal if it's $250 ship. I feel like some days,
Yeah. Oh yeah. Even if you're getting from retailers here.
Yeah.
Like it's so crazy how much it can be, and that's waiting maybe next to 3 or 4 months. But,
one thing I saw, I think John, the Everyday Collector, brought up a good point about this. Like, will this like the hype around this die though? Since this movie came out this summer, like it's been a while, and now they're putting it up for pre-order, which is going to take a year and a half to come out at earliest.
Yeah. And I guess the thing is because the figure from Hot Toys, the 1/6 scale, has already been released, which was a short window turnaround. Well, who knows? The NR things can take 1 year, or they can take 2 years or more. But like that one's already been both the figures, the 6 scale figures, were put up like the same week.
Yeah, then this one should have been.
The movie came out.
I know they teased this like basically the same.
Like the week after or something, or the week up.
But I think they messed up with the time because if you think about it, like what I was trying to go at is like it's been about half a year since this movie came out, and then like it's me a year and a half. It's me almost 2 years this piece will get in people's hands, which is a long time. So
you're starting to tie to the time when, in theory, we're going to be talking about the sequel if they actually make it in like 2.5 years.
Or you could be like the Batman and make a movie for the next 6 years after it comes out.
Yeah, that's a whole different.
I hate that shit.
But but where Sideshow got there now, obviously we didn't like the our expectation for human, actual actor likeness from Sideshow or Prime One is different. They're in a different range what we're expecting, but like they got their quarter scale at least out in people's like mind that this is available, that I can get like within I think a couple weeks of the movie coming out. Like they were ready to rock and roll. Prime One can't. This one could be just like you said. Even if this was like say September, like the second one of these where it was ready to go, so it came out in September or even maybe early October. I think because it already is, someone talked about. It does seem like it's hard to get. Godlike talked about this a little bit. Is like FOMO. Is it like hard to get people to pre-order stuff? It's like Prime One, especially because they just put out so much stuff. Mm-hmm. I honestly kind of think if Prime One cut the number of releases they put out, like if they're not trying to do like one a week, basically, I always disagree. I think they need to leave so that it's like literally sometimes you've had a piece come out, it's on like the front page of the website for Prime One for barely a day, and then it's like whatever next Tuesday is going to come out, and then it's put on front. He might be in the God, man. I don't want to see that movie. That was written by Tom King. That was based on a story by Tom King. What
do you mean? Lobo's going to be in that movie. We got to watch it for Lobo.
Yeah. Supergirl, Jason Momoa.
Oh, yeah.
Come on, man. Like that's the character of the century.
See, the problem is I have read the actual comic story that is the basis for this movie, which is basically Supergirl is Rooster Cogburn from True Grit. I don't need drunken moron Supergirl. I absolutely hate Supergirl Girl of Tomorrow. That comic story, which I'm not expecting to be.
The Woman of Tomorrow was pretty good. I liked it.
She's a teenager.
It was literally True Grit in space.
Yeah, I liked it, man.
It was.
Yeah, she went to the Red Planet so she can get drunk a little bit. She got to deal with all her.
Hey, you guys feel free to like that. I can't. Tom King. I really loved Tom King's Batman run when I first read it. But Tom King has written so many stories that I absolutely despise of what he's done to characters. Like, when he did, what was it for DC? It was one of his miniseries where he did Strange Adventures, where he had Adam Strange become a war criminal, like literally a war criminal, and like handed it over and then got shot in the head and murdered by his wife because of what he did. And one of the best, like kind of Buck Rogers style, space guy. But I have zero interest in seeing that movie.
And also, let me just break this up real quick. You also said Superman got raped in Red, White, and Blue Superman.
And he did imply. Yeah. Okay, we're not going back to that, man.
We're gonna go back.
I have tried to forget about that. I've tried to forget about that fucking story.
You really brought that up. Well, that was crazy.
That is like maybe my least like Superman story I've ever read by that guy who wrote.
You know what? I think
12 Years a Slave.
I'm gonna hit up some contacts that I know and ask them to make a Superman getting clapped in prison just for marshals.
Oh God, just Jesus!
Corn Sweat just getting clapped. Bro, like what?
Corn Sweat Superman. We want to make it for the modern audience, so we got that totally wouldn't get Warner Brothers after you at all. I mean, DC did allow a story like that to get made, but in a comic book, probably like 50,000 people read.
But Woman of Tomorrow, aside from that storyline, the one Supergirl story I love the most is the one from Superman Batman Apocalypse. Yeah, because it did tell her struggle. Because it did tell from the beginning to end. It told Supergirl's struggle as far as basically like what she had to go through, and then basically just like I'm supposed to be the one protecting you, and then her being trained by the Amazonians, and then Darkseid getting his hands on her and all that stuff in the struggle, and that awesome fight, which I think is one of the best Supergirl fights at the end or whatever. I like that story more than Woman of Tomorrow in terms of just Supergirl's struggle. But I did like Woman of Tomorrow because again, we don't see that much, right, with Supergirl's struggle. How she has to cope with that. She was supposed to be the one. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
instead of
he
Clark.
takes
So
over.
I like that. I like that
He basically
storyline.
wakes up to her whole like fucking planet destroyed. Like
Exactly. She's like a teenager now, and
Yeah,
Clark Kent's like the adult.
Yeah, like a genocide happened, and she was not there to help out.
You know, and with the Superman Batman apocalypse, right now she's in a planet where she doesn't know anything. Like people with cell phones and stuff going on. She's like, I don't belong in this planet at all. You know what I'm saying? And then you know, so like I said, with Lane's point, me personally, I love that storyline as far as Supergirl more. And I thought if James Gunn would have iterated a Supergirl story, I would have liked that version better. Like her being in Earth right now, like just out of place with all the technology and all this other stuff, or whatever it is going on.
That's right.
She doesn't know how to handle herself. She's like awkward, like socially awkward. It's like, I don't, like, what am I supposed to do?
Wasn't the technology more advanced on Krypton than Earth, right?
Yeah, but it's just how, like, as far as like socially, as far as how she's supposed to cope with, because it's different on Krypton and here, how she's supposed to behave,
and
what
also,
she's supposed to do and act, and
people don't understand that she didn't have powers too on Krypton like she does in Earth.
Right.
Correct.
So like, there's a lot of things that go on in Supergirl's like
right.
mindset. She gets powers. She lost her whole planet. The only family member she has is Clark, basically.
Right.
And then
exactly.
fish out of water, so she doesn't know how to handle. Yeah.
And Batman basically is just like, he takes her as a threat. Like, yo, we need to get her out of here because she's destroying everything. Like, why is she here? And then he throws. And Batman, basically, Superman throws her to the Amazonians, and even Batman's just like, all right, yeah, do something with her, and at least that. But then even that, it's just like, when she has to get trained and all that stuff, she still feels out of place. And that's when Darkseid comes in, messes with her mind. That's a great storyline. I'm gonna rewatch that.
To me, I think she should have just went with Uncle Zod. She would have been a lot better off with Uncle Zod.
Whoa, Uncle Zod? Uncle Zod? The genocide maniac?
That would not have been good.
That would have been really bad. That would have been Apple Superman bad.
What would be interesting, just in case anybody from DC is listening, an absolute Supergirl that is with Uncle Zod, like it's different than the main story, kind of like Superman and Batman. I think an absolute version of Supergirl would be pretty badass if they went that route where, he picks her up instead of her landing and finding Clark and doing all that stuff. That'd be kind of cool.
They should make Zod like more of an anti-hero than a full-on villain,
That's true.
I mean, yes and no.
Like
it just depends, But then that's like Marcos, you saying, well, Doomsday should be a good guy and not a bad guy.
So Zod, because like honestly, like in his mindset, he's trying to protect this home planet, obviously. So he's programmed to do all that shit. Honestly, and realistically, he's not doing he's doing bad things, but in his mind and what he's doing is truly to protect his people. It's bad.
Preserve Krypton.
If you look at it this way, Marcos, everybody that does something bad believes they were doing something good.
Maybe.
Right. So it's the majority that says
villains, they say, are the hero of their own story. And Zod definitely thinks he's the hero of his own story, even as he's murdering people.
Yeah, murders everybody.
Oh, I did. This was for the greater Zod good of the universe.
Right. Agreed. So Stanley said, keep Lane here. We've been having Lane for a long time, but those were the other two topics we wanted to talk about. Very interesting story, very interesting things going on in there. So hopefully we do see some good stuff out of the Supergirl. I'm interested in seeing Mr. Momoa play the role of the lifetime when he should have. So I think
you just want a
born for that role.
Jason Momoa. You want a statue of Jason Momoa.
No, because if I wanted to, I would have got the Aquaman version of him, that 1/2 scale. I think it's probably the best one they made so far with him. But I think he's going to play a really good Lobo, so I'm excited to see that. But anyways, we're at the 2-hour, almost 2:45-minute mark. I want to thank everybody for tuning in, hanging out with us, checking out that Superwoman prototype and this dark Captain Marvel. I put the other one next to it just to kind of give it a little pizzazz. I want to thank everybody for jumping in with us and hanging out. Stanley. We had Jimmy from Godlike. Make sure you subscribe to Godlike.
Roger for joining us tonight.
And thanks, Roger, for jumping on the panel. We got Russell that was in the house. Walton, thanks for jumping in. Who else? Mr. Popo was in the house. Juan Ortega, thank you for jumping. The Everyday Collector, Jonathan, thank you for jumping in. Kind of 24. Who's this? Chris was in the house. Who else? Ivan Williams, superhero, jumped in. I just want to give a shout out to everybody that was here. April was in the house. Thank you for jumping in, April. Sinful was in the house. Jojo Valdez was in the house. And E-Man, let's not forget E-Man. E-Man jumped in right when we started. Thank you for supporting us here at ASV Collectibles. I want to thank Marcos Mora for jumping in with us. The Legend Lane, thank you for sticking around a little bit later than you should have. And our good friend FBJ. And like we said earlier, our good friend So Much 3D, Roger, was in the house. Make sure you subscribe to So Much 3D if you want a little bit more info on that Madeline Pryor he was working on. Other than that, man, thank you guys, everybody, for jumping in. Hope to see you next week. We got some more live unboxings next week, so hope to see you then. And see you next time.